Hello! Can I be seen? Can I be heard? Is the music too loud? Hello, hello. That one obligatory first comment. Also, congrats on 3K. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So, I wanted to... Sorry, if I seem distracted, I've got 30 tabs open and 30 things that I'm actively looking at. Anko Crow, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So 2022, actually, I'm going to close this window out for just a hot second. So, man, 2022, guys, Jesus Christ, what a year, right? How was everybody's 2022? I meant to make this live stream actually on 2022 specifically. But I realized, man, everyone's doing a New Year's Eve thing. Everyone's doing a New Year's stream. And I was like, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. And then I completely forgot. Just for like 2 weeks, completely forgot to make this live stream. When are you collab with Nuxtaku? That would be based. That would be based. I don't think he... Or no, wait. He does technically know I exist. I made a compilation of the top 5 Nuxtaku cancellations, and he didn't link my video, but he posted a screenshot of it. Like, can you believe that there are like 5, like, you know, there's like a top 5 cancellations video? I loved it. It was hilarious. Actually, let me just check something really quickly. Nope, never mind. But no, he does technically know I exist, but he's probably forgotten. You saw that? Yo! Bro! It made me so happy that he acknowledged my existence. I mean, shit, man. That's one thing I like about being a YouTuber, man. Every once in a while, your Oshis know you exist. Why is my chat on screen not updating? That is weird. How do I make this refresh? What is with this delay? All right, boop. Nope. Hold on. There we go. Oh, here we go. Live chat. There we go. There we go. Live chat. Top chat is so dumb. I don't know why. Who would even use top chat? Anyway. Bro, so how was everybody's 2022? Like, honestly, like, you know, a lot happened in my life. I'm sure a lot happened in your lives. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only person with an interesting 2022. You know what I mean? God, it feels like these past like 6 or so months especially have felt like I've had like a lifetime's worth of events happen in the past 6 months. You know what I mean? This I think that's just because like since the pandemic started, like it felt like life as we knew it kind of ground to a halt and like nothing was happening. All everybody was doing is staying home, you know, living that pandemic lifestyle of no contact, you know, no friends, no movies, no nothing. It was dead. So I feel like we're finally getting back on track. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. It's kind of like a year in review sort of thing. Finally switched to Xbox and got an Xbox One because I hate Sony. I will never fault anyone for hating a major corporation, but why specifically Sony? Like, I can't imagine Microsoft is better than Sony on like the tier list of garbage companies. You know what I mean? What specifically do you hate about Sony? I'm not disagreeing. I'm just confused. There's actually a lot of like gaming and tech stuff that I just don't stay on top of. I'm very much like YouTube, Twitch, you know, Twitter. Sony, too many paywalls. Oh, yeah. That's very true. I hate the paywalls, microtransactions. It feels like every part of my life is being nickeled and dimed. Bro, do y'all remember when you bought software once and then owned it? Bro, I swear to God, every software I use now comes with like a subscription model, or I'll get like an app on like the Android Play Store, and normally you would just buy the app or it would be free, and it's now like it looks like it's free, but then you get one of these fucking apps where it's like free for like a week, and then it's a subscription, and you can't even use this allegedly free app without signing up for like a weekly subscription. It's dumb. It says Sony doesn't even have full backwards compatibility. You can't even play GTA 4 on the PS4, but I can on Xbox. Plus, Jim Ryan, the CEO of Sony, says he doesn't understand why anyone wants to play old games. Wow! As a very casual retro gaming fan, that hurts my soul. I feel like I'm being attacked by that statement. Back in my day, I'm 30 years old, I'm a boomer. Plus, Game Pass is better, new games day one. That's fair, that's fair. All right, well, yeah, I'm not saying Sony isn't full of shit. I'm just saying, is anyone innocent in this new hyper-monetized age? You know what I'm saying? That's my only thing. That's my only point of being contrarian. Let me boost the music a little bit. What happened to the music? All right. But yeah. You know, I feel like there's no better example for me personally that shows like where like my own, like not necessarily my personal life, but just my content is like so evolved. Cause like, I may or may not have covered this before. Feel free to like stop me and tell me to hush if I've talked about this before, but I kind of want to go over like my past year of this channel, because I feel like I have no idea if this is unique or if this is super common. You can't buy movies anymore on PlayStation. That's dumb. That's very dumb. Alright, I am going to pause the gaming music for just a second. What's this? Xbox is almost as blamed though. Last year they tried to make games with gold $120 a year to play online. They changed it within 12 hours. Wow. VTuber things! Hello! Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, 2022. What a fucking year. You know, up until like mid 2022, you want to know what type of content I was making on this channel? Let me how do I, there we go. This is not ideal, but this'll have to do. Yo Beals, you're cool, keep up the awesome work. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let me just show off how this started. This type of video right here is indicative of like all of what I used to do. Let me mute myself here. All right, so now that I've murdered everything within the nearby radius, let's go exploring, shall we? The Hall of Rumination. Ruminate on that. What are we ruminating on, boys? Politics? Warfare? Ass versus tits? What are we ruminating on? Oh, okay. Apparently we're all just gonna kill me. Okay. You suck! You suck! You suck! Get out of here! How about you ruminate on getting better combat abilities, huh? 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 Ruminate on this mace, dork! Let's go! Bro, I don't care what anybody says, ruminate on this mace, dork is still one of my favorite lines in gaming. 2022 time still doesn't feel like it exists. I know! What was your favorite video you made in 2022 and what do you consider the worst? I'm glad you mentioned that because I am going to get to that later in this video. So hold on to that question, my friends. We will, believe me, we will get through all of it. So yeah, like 2021, 2020, like most of 2021 and like the good part of 2022, I was making gaming videos, reactions, random skits. And you know what's funny, right? Like this was like my general vibe, just trying to make jokes. And here's another type of like reaction type of stuff that I used to do. Ass or tits? Neither. I don't care if this video isn't popular and got no views. This is still one of my favorites.
Bro, I didn't know condoms were made out of fucking mithril. What is this?
I am only just now realizing that that video is extremely quiet. What I said is, I didn't know condoms were made out of fucking mithril. What is this? When are the gaming videos coming back? I don't know. It's all about whether or not people will actually watch it. If I have support for it, I'll do it. The best part of 2022, not having to hear about COVID anymore, thank God. Valid. 100% valid. All right, where is compressor? Okay. Hold on. I just gotta fiddle with something really quickly here because I'm realizing I don't want the videos to be insanely quiet compared to my voice. Yeah, okay. Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I understand that COVID was a global pandemic. It was super important. Wash your hands, blah, 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 blah. Be a good citizen, blah, 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 blah. I'm so sick of it. Like, it kind of feels like it just kind of became like another disease and another reason to wash your hands. It's like turbo flu at this point, right? I'm so sick of it. It dominated the news cycle for so long. What's this? True, I support the most current thing meme. Very true. How about whenever you feel like gaming, just stream it? I might do that. By the way, shout out to the Tempest Boys for monetization. Ayo! Yeah! I saw they got the second wave of Tempest Boys got monetized. Congrats to them. I mean, I still go out with a mask on in big public places. I do too. Honestly, after so many years of like masking up, and also the fact that I actually paid for a custom mask. That is actually true. I have a how am I losing my train of thought this badly? Wow. I bought a custom-made washable fabric mask that says health in Japanese because I'm a weeb like that. But no, yeah, so it's like, well, I paid like $30 for this custom mask. I'm gonna wear it, damn it. So I still actually wear that mask. All right, but you know one thing that I used to do all the time that I never do anymore. That's like it really indicative of like pre newstuber Beelzebub. I used to do skits. I'm not gonna play it with audio. But oh man, just subtitling this video took so long. Y'all have absolutely no idea how long it took to subtitle this video. But I used to do skits all the time on this channel, and I kind of miss it. But unfortunately, like the only reason this got 973 views, which seems like a decent amount, is because Ankh actually went out and paid like sponsorship money to get it advertised. So all of these views are this being like a 5-second like skippable ad before someone else's video. I miss hanging out with these guys on videos. I used to do like podcasts with these dudes. We used to like hang out. Windy, Drinky, Ankh. I wonder if there's just like no room to do skits in like the VTuber community. Like on the one hand, right, it kind of makes sense to do skits because like we're literally anime characters, right? So you can kind of make anime with your VTuber model, but there just was no, I don't even know how to market it. Like, what do you call this to make this a thing? Like, we were basically doing a fake, like, Survivor-style game show where, like, everybody had to compete to get treasure. Windy had, like, superpowers. I had everybody make their own short film. It was actually a great video. I mean, look at this. That was all him. I didn't do any of this. But he had all these, like, special effects. He was, like, flying up to, like, destroy a drone. Like, I don't know. It was kind of cool to have, like, projects like this. I kind of wish there was more market for it. Let's see. I mean, it's a typical thing in Japan even before the pandemic. Yeah. I think Japan has been like had a masking culture long before COVID. I got the flu in early December thanks to Walmart. Thanks, Walmart. Oh my God. I hate going to Walmart. I swear to God. We need a Beelzy Flylord anime. I tried really hard to make skits a thing, but aside from paying for views, it just didn't catch on. Which is the same. I mean, look at this. Isn't this fun? I had like 4 people like contribute to try and make this a reality. Wendy did so well. But yeah, this is 11 months ago. And that's wild. This feels like I made this a million years ago, but it's like 11 months ago. This isn't even like that long ago in my YouTuber career. But you know what's funny? It really wasn't until like 10 months ago when I covered False ID attacking Kyo that I even got into VTuber news. Because I have been doing content for over 2 years now. And it was like 10 months ago where I was like, I wasn't even doing this as a news video. This was just like me being mad. I was just making a random video about something I was mad at. And then it fucking took off. And I was like, after the video took off, I immediately went back to like doing skits, right, with my friends. And as you can see, it got like 173 views. Nobody watched it, right? Because there's just no market for it. And I was like, and after that, I was like, wait a minute. This news video got a shit ton of views. Everything else I'm doing is getting like no views. So I started to get into the habit of doing news. I covered fruit, and that short did really well. And I was like, well, I kind of want to do gaming videos. So I did like a fireworks simulator video, 90 views. And I'm like, nothing I'm doing is working unless I'm talking about like big creators. And then what finally solidified my decision to like do news is the Kimrai drama, because this one got like 5K views. It was one of my most successful videos up until that point, going like deep into all of the controversy. I was like, you know what? This is it. This is the strategy now. Then I did the top 5 Nuxtaku constellations. I think one of you said you saw that. That got thousands of views. Production Kawaii terminates Nina Marukano. That got thousands of views. This one, I actually look at this one super fondly. I was super mean to the Tempest Boys in this because I was like actively like making fun of them and like, you know, laughing at all the bad takes. Do y'all remember way back like 5 months ago, which feels like forever ago, everyone was making fun of the Tempest Boys designs? Like people were like doing like corrections, pointing out their flaws. Like people hated their designs. People were like making fun of them. People were like, oh my God, the fake Hollow Myth boys were even better. And it's like, it's so weird that like, it felt like the entire internet collectively got together to channel their energy into hating these boys. And now they're super successful and nobody complains about their designs anymore. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember like how much shit Vesper got for his chin? Do you remember that? Oh man. Let's see. Did you ever use the Reality app for VTubers? Nope, I don't know what that is. Kizna I started by doing skit-like videos. I say bring those back. You know what? I might. Skits are kind of fun. I mean, skits in general are pretty much dead on YouTube. At least I don't see anyone doing anymore. I know! Bro, I'm not saying that like Smosh was like the best content ever made, but like back in the day, there were so many skits on YouTube and they kind of just fell off the map. I don't know what caused skit content to just completely die, but I don't see skits at all anymore. I see some VTuber skits, but they're all on Twitch. You know, I will say the only people I see doing skits are like Takahata's Weary 101. Like that whole thing is a skit, but it's also a live stream. And I think since live streaming is kind of the future of content creation, that's really the only way you can make it work, is to get your friends together and do almost like, God, what would you even call the Weary 101 at this point? Because I'm sure a lot of it is improv, right? I don't think it's all scripted, except for like a couple of key moments. I don't even know what you would call that. It's really entertaining, though. I love watching clips of the Weary 101 on YouTube. They're so funny. That's how I found you. Yeah. Ugh, false ID. God. I found you because of the false situation. Yeah, that's when, like, my channel really started to take off in a big way. And I didn't capitalize on it right away because it wasn't VTuber news at that time. It was just a random thing I was mad about. So I didn't even think twice about it. And I immediately went back to making my usual content. I have to say, like, the VTuber news thing works, right? Like, that's a functioning strategy. I have other stuff, but that's the thing that works. And even though at this point I was pretty solid that this is kind of what I wanted to do, one standout success was this video. I noticed something about Regis Altair got like 15K views, which at the time was insane. And all the video was is I was like, he does wah like Ina does, and apparently they're both Korean, right? All right, let me catch up on chat for just a hot second, and then I want to do like some comments reviews, because man, it's interesting the type of comments I get. Yeah, the Weary 101 is like a showcase hub of comedic talent. It is, bro. Everyone on the Weary 101 is so fucking funny, bro. I don't know how they do it. Like the chemistry, right? That's what really sells it. Like Taka and Mimcubus, those two have great chemistry. The Heavenly, Froggy, Kimrai. Well, I don't. Is Kimrai still on the Weary 101? I haven't watched it in a while. But they've got so many entertaining people just jam-packed into one Twitch stream. It's so much fun to watch. I wonder if Taka, I wonder if because it's such a strong collaboration, if there's like money involved, or if you've got all these talented people just showing up on Taka's stream for free just to have fun. I wonder how that works. I wonder if there's like a kickback, or if it's just basically like free advertising. Not gonna lie, you being a man, kinda hardcore. I don't know what that means. You'll have to clarify, Crow. Let me pull up the... Alright. The Weary 101 is better than the new Velma show. Let me boost the music real quick, actually. Let me bring that back. Alright. There we go. The Velma show. You know what's really garbage about the Velma show, to be completely honest? The Velma show is bad because it is a completely different show. Like, okay, Mindy Kaling has a specific sense of humor that a lot of people are into, right? The snarky, meta, you know, there's an audience for her type of humor, you know? Other people like her. But the problem with the whole Velma situation is like she is trying to take her ideas, her characters, her story, her jokes, and trying to like impress that upon Scooby-Doo, and it doesn't work. She has made completely different characters. They have different designs, they have different personalities, they have a different sense of humor. It's a different aesthetic. She made a different show and just named the characters the same. And she doesn't even have Scooby-Doo in her fucking Scooby-Doo show. What? I feel like her show would be way more successful and get a lot less hate if she just removed the Scooby-Doo from it. Like, remove Velma, Fred, Daphne, rename the characters. They're different characters anyway. No one would give a shit if you didn't try to pretend that this had anything to do with our childhood heroes. That's the God's honest truth. No one would care about her stupid show and her terrible sense of humor if she didn't try to, like, you know, activate the Scooby-Doo fans. Man. When it comes to the VTuber sphere, I think it opened a whole new ecosystem. VTuber news, the clipping culture. You really didn't see clips of live streams unless it was official before. That is so true, though. No. That's a great point. Okay. Story time. That is, I'm so glad you brought that up because this is actually a huge thing for me. So, anyone who follows me on Twitter knows that I was making a video that I ultimately gave up on, talking about how being a VTuber, right? Just being in this community actively changes your audience and also actively changes you. Like, the VTuber culture is a unique form of streaming culture that I don't think we've ever streamed before. You've got fans of idol culture, weebs, terminally online internet netizens. Like, it's this huge conglomeration of different interests that all kind of found this nexus point with VTubers. And the audience for that is very specific. And when you bring all these different fans with all these overlapping interests and you give them a focal point, it does something that we've never seen before. And in that video that I ultimately deleted, I talked about exactly that, because that's so true. I mean, the clipping culture, the type of fandom, the super chatting on YouTube, I almost never saw that before VTubers. The way Twitch fucking exploded. The way female content creators went from either being like hot tub streamers or just not that interesting to some of the best content creators on the platform. That changed the game. It changed the culture, I'm telling you. Like, we never saw the clipping. You know what else we never saw? Honest to God? Art. Like, sure, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, all these super big names will get the occasional fan art. Bro, debut VTubers have like 30 pieces of fan art before they even debut if they're part of a big brand. We've never seen that before. The art community comes in force for VTubers. It really is like, it is a cultural moment. It is a something that we have not seen on Twitch and YouTube before. So that little rant there, that was an entire 15-minute video that repeatedly got demonetized, age restricted. It got me a channel strike for suicide and self-harm because I mentioned mental health in the video. And they're like, oh, this is a video about suicide. Like, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I edited the video like 5 times and I just couldn't get it up at all. It's a dead video. I'm not uploading it again. I'm tired. Even after I got it monetized, it was still age restricted for like suicide. Like, what? I don't talk about suicide once in the entire video. Ugh. But no, thank you for bringing that up, because that one comment was the premise of an entire 15-minute video. And I'm genuinely upset that I can't get it to come up. Anku Crow says, I meant mad. Hold on, let me scroll back. Not gonna lie, you being mad. Oh! Yeah. Here's the thing. When it comes to, like, news and commentary, one thing that I kind of flip-flop on is whether I want to be, like, stoic and, like, monotone and objective, or if I want to be honest and get fucking mad. Because to be completely honest, I am mad about some of the shit that goes on in this community. But it's weird. Like, if I get mad, I get more views, I get more likes, I get more comments, but I also get a shit ton more dislikes and a shit ton more hate comments. And, you know, if people don't agree with my opinions and it's an opinion-based video, people get mad and they hate my opinions. And it's like, I don't know how to find that balance between, like, some people like objective, well-researched, thoughtful news, and that's all they want. They just want to know the facts in a clear and concise way, and they want the creator to let them choose how they feel, right? And that's respectable. But other people, they want the flair, they want the anger, they want the emotion, they want that entertainment value, and it's I kind of feel like I'm kind of being pulled back and forth between both styles. And so I've yet to fully figure out my space in that, where I can still include some opinion, some emotion, some entertainment value, while still being objective and providing accurate news. So, yeah, I also feel like news commentators in general are so boring. You know what I mean? Like, does anybody turn on MSNBC or CNN? No, because it's boring. Everybody goes to YouTubers for news nowadays because they're actually interesting. So you actually touched on something that I think about a lot in this sphere. What did they do to my boy? He's gone? What do you mean? Am I gone? I'm not sure what you mean. I haven't watched the show and refuse to. Bro, it's not worth it. Moist Critical did a review, right? I watched his review of it, and he says it's trash, and I believe him. When does Moist Critical ever have a bad take, honestly? Aside from JoJo's. I don't agree with this JoJo's Bizarre Adventure takes. But I find myself vibing with Moist Critical quite a bit. And let's see, Edge Runner Gaming. And of course people tell me if you hate it, you're racist. How is hating a show racist? Bro, as a person of color who has experienced genuine racism more times than I can count, let me reassure you, it's not racist to hate a show. A show is a work of fiction. It's not real life, right? There's a huge difference between saying, because here's the thing. If a person does something, that's who they are. If a show does something, it's because a writer decided to do it. So a show, by the fact that it is scripted, means it is open to any and all criticism, and a lot more criticism than just a person ever could be. Because it's got a team of writers trying to make the best content possible, so they should be held to scrutiny. Whereas like an individual person saying the same things, I feel like shouldn't be held to as much scrutiny because people are dumb and they say dumb shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of a rant, but I hope it made sense. It's never racist to make fun of a show, unless you're actively being bigoted and like saying slurs and you can criticize shows. Who cares? Kazaku-chan, welcome. Hi. And when I found out Velma was getting a TV show, I was like, so cool. But when I watched the trailer, I was like, what the hell is this? Yeah, they changed everything. Like I remember like one of the big points of contention was like they changed the ethnicity of the characters. And I feel like that's not the biggest issue with the show. It's a symptom of other issues in the show. Because like I'm not going to lose sleep because they made Shaggy black, right? I'm not gonna, scream at the top of my lungs because they changed that. But it's indicative of all the other shit they changed. Like, they make a joke about Shaggy and drugs, and he's like, that's just like drugs, which I'm against. Wink. And it's like, no, the joke is that Shaggy does drugs, right? You can either ignore the joke or you can participate in it, but try to do a meta winky moment where like, I don't do drugs. That's boring. It feels like you actively hate the characters. You know what I mean? I'm rambling so hard. When she was turned gay, I didn't mind at all. Just everything else. It is everything else. It's the whole like sexuality and race change things are symptoms of a much bigger problem. I never asked for this Velma show to be trash. True. Have you tried reality? Have you tried reality become an anime avatar? I have not. Maureen has a lot of art. Yes, she does. Artists are faster than light. They honest to God are. Holy shit. I didn't watch the show. I don't care if it gets canceled. Yeah, me neither. Any chance of you doing collabs with the VTubers this year? How about Pippa? Here's the thing. Look, 3,000 subscribers is a lot for me, right? How many subscribers does Pippa have? And this will be relevant in a hot moment. I'm not just like, I'm not just trying to compare numbers here. I got a point with this. Pipkin. All right, here's the thing with like doing collabs with like major VTubers, right? Like I got to be 100% honest with you. I have 3,000 subscribers. She has 133,000 subscribers. I would love to collab with Pippa. Honestly, I would. Who wouldn't? She is hilarious. But here's the thing. If I reach out to her, it's going to sound like clout chasing. Like, oh, you only care because you want numbers, blah, 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 you attention, parasite, blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, look at the way they treat Ren Zotto just for reaching out to other people in his own fucking industry. he'll like say hi on like another Niji Sanji VTuber's Twitter, and people will be like, parasite, clout chaser, you're smaller than their channel, how dare you. It would never work. I have no issue collabing with other people, but it would have to be people within my size range, because otherwise people are just going to shriek and scream clout chaser. And also, to be completely honest, Pippa's probably gets like 1,000 direct messages every day from fans. She's going to ignore me, as she should. I'm not anybody who's on her radar. You know what I mean? So, collaborations with people in my size range, I am open to. It's also kind of hard to find people in my size range that are kind of fit the same vibes as me, because a lot of people in this range are just... It's kind of weird to like reach out to these people and be like, hi, I've never spoken to you before in my life. How about a collab? It doesn't fit. But a lot of the people that I am friends with, other VTubers, are just not on the same wavelength as me at all. Like, they don't understand, they don't care about news. Half of them don't even follow most VTubers. Like, it's hard. I would love to do it, but I am not optimistic. I'm open to suggestions though. Like, if you guys know other VTubers within my size range that you think I could vibe with, feel free to point them out, tag us on Twitter, whatever. I'm open to it. Can you speak Spanish? I cannot. Here's the thing. I took Spanish for 2 years in high school and 2 years in college, and I can't speak a word of it. Like, you know, I never really got past the, where's the library? ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Like, that's as far as I got, right? I can read a lot better than I can speak, because all of our tests were written, none of our tests were spoken, so I never learned to listen for it or to speak it. But reading, I can be like, okay, Llavarse. Okay, wait, I know what that is. I know how to conjugate that word. I can pick out that keyword and figure out the meaning. Like when Haka debuted, right? I had to listen to him talk over and over and over again to get those translations. For anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, Tempest Gen 2 debut highlights Beals Fly Lord. There we go. Here we go.
Don't yell at me, don't. Oh.
Where is it?
Hola, hola.
So I had to do subtitles for this, and I gotta be completely honest with you guys. When I was subtitling Haka, I was guessing at about like half of it. A lot of it was context. Like I knew I'm here, and I knew the word beautiful, so I'm like, okay, he's probably saying I'm here and it's a beautiful thing, right? Like, I know how is everything. Like I knew Latino, and I knew the word for spice, so it's just like, this is like 80% guesswork. I had to listen to this like 6 times over and over to try and figure it out. I wish I was better at Spanish. When I lived in Florida, it came in handy, cause like there's a lot of like, you know, Latino people in Florida, and just being able to speak a little bit made my life 100 times easier, honestly. I would, but yeah, good question. When Moist said it was trash, they called him racist. Bro, wait, hold on, that's the wrong expression. Moist Critical is not racist. That doesn't even make any sense at all. Like, when has Moist Critical ever done something to offend people of color? Like, God, see, this is what I hate, right? Even though, what's the terminology I want to use? What terminology do I want to use so as to avoid getting into politics? Okay. as someone who is, both an ethnic and religious minority and part of the LGBT community, obviously my cultural beliefs learn a certain way. I'm automatically more empathetic to certain points of view. But even me, who's within that realm, within that space, there is so much bullshit that comes from, I guess, my team, if you want to call it that is total nonsense. Like, the people, like the circle that I occupy has these like weird little extremist gremlins that have no concept of how the world works or what racism even means. This is a hot take I posted on Twitter. What I think happens, honestly, I genuinely believe this to be true. When someone does something genuinely racist and everybody calls them racist, it changes. That public figure is going to apologize and change their behavior, right? Getting canceled, if you will, does have an impact, right? So when you are a religious minority, ethnic minority, LGBT or whatever, you see the power that has, and there are things that annoy you that happen to you all the time. I'll give you a personal example. I'm asexual. People tell me all the time, you just haven't met the right person. That's annoying. But if I call it ace-phobic and shame them for that, then people will stop. And then you realize, oh wait, if I just call anything I don't like bigotry, people change. But then that very quickly snowballs out of control and you just call everything you don't like bigotry, not because you actually think it's bigotry, but it just annoys you and you want it to stop. And then very quickly it becomes the boy who cried wolf, where people stop taking you seriously and they also stop taking your like circle of culture seriously, right? Like there's only so many times you can call something homophobic before people no longer believe that anything is homophobic. They're just like, this example of homophobia, it's just like all the other 400 bullshit examples, right? Like it's the boy who cried wolf cranked up to 11. That's what's happening in this sort of sphere, right? There's real shit, there's bullshit, and people are just so exhausted with all these boy who cried wolf scenarios that nobody is willing to even acknowledge real bigotry when it happens, because 90% of the accused bigotry is total bullshit. Boy who cried wolf, honest to God, that's what's happening. I watch it every day. So, there have been so many shows/movies that have been made in bad taste that I can name 5 off the top of my head. Absolutely. It's not Shaggy, his name is Norval, and he's literally a different character. Why even call the show Velma? This is a different show. My God. Bad Faith. I'm not going to watch it. Don't. 150,000, Edgerunner says. I'm not sure what you're referring to, but okay. 3K is huge. Here's the thing. 3K is huge to like anyone who's starting out and like looking up at me. But in the grand scheme of things, 3K is not that much. Like, I gotta compare myself to people who are actually successful. I would consider successful to be at least 50,000 subscribers, minimum. That's when people actually start searching for your name and not just searching for, like, content that you might have made a video about. Like, nobody knows who I am. Like, outside of the 3,000 people who are subscribed to me, I would say maybe 300 actually consistently watch my videos. You know what I mean? I'm very small. I'm more successful than most, but I'm still not big. Funnily enough, I believe Kyo is supposed to be collabing with Pippa. What? No way! Bro, that's huge if true. Huge if true. I am so jealous of Kyo. Can I say that for a hot minute? I'm so jealous of this guy. He's doing the same thing I'm doing, but he's been doing it better. He's been doing it for longer, and he's just, like, some of it is luck, some of it is skill, some of it is time, right? And I'm so jealous of the success he has. I wish nothing but the best for him, but I wish I could have just like, a I hope to reach his level and beyond someday. Because I feel like he's doing things correctly. Like, he's got his style of content already figured out, right? His videos are he's got his style mapped out. He's got his content strategy mapped out. He's got his thumbnail game mapped out. Like, he's just me if I knew what I was doing. Man, he's really collabing with Pippa. That's so cool. I'm so happy for him. Good for him. Why can't it be me? Damn it, why isn't it me? Let's see. They turned Daphne into a bratty bitch and made Fred talk British. Why? These are different characters. That's so dumb. Plus, could you even handle Pippa? She's unhinged. Bro! You have no idea how much I censor myself in these videos to seem like I'm even moderately hinged. I am all for unhinged people. My Kamiyoshi, my ultimate turbo favorite VTuber, is Couragey fucking Ollie, boys and girls. I love that energy. I love unhinged people. If you are not screaming in your videos, I'm not watching them. Could I handle Pippa? Absolutely. Vibe with what exactly? Okay, here, this isn't like an official rule or anything, but just a quick tip to everybody commenting. Not only is there a delay in chat of like 10 to 15 seconds, I also try to give every comment like a little bit of a rant. So by the time I get to your comment, I don't always know what you're referring to because I'm reading it like 30 seconds after you were replying to something I said. So just give me a smidgen more context when you leave a comment so that when I see it, I can actually react to it. That'll make this go a lot smoother. Yuko Yurei collab. You know, I wonder. You know, she might actually be within my range? Let me look. I love Yuko Yurei. Yuko Yurei, unironically, is my favorite of all of the idol girls. What has she got? She's got 34k subscribers. I wonder. I don't know. She definitely doesn't know that I exist. I don't know. I'm forgetting what my buttons do. Hold on. I don't know. Maybe it might be within. It's worth a shot. She's got 10 times more subscribers than me, but bro, Yuko Yurei is so goddamn cute and funny. Did you see the video that I uploaded of her doing like the roleplay thing? She's so fucking cute. I love her. Bro, if you haven't heard of Idol, by the way, they're a microscopic company that you should, if you somehow are like low on Oshis, my guys, Idol. They started out with Idol HE, like Idol Hebrew. They got a bunch of Israeli VTubers, and honestly, all these girls are talented and hilarious, and I love them dearly, and they don't get nearly enough love. Like, what is this? Neo Sparkles only has 7,000 subscribers? Bruh, that is not fair. That is the cruelty of the world right there. She's so fun, and no one knows she exists. Now, Idol EN has just exploded. They're like 3 times more successful than Idol HE, which is not surprising. I mean, the Hebrew market for content creators is a hell of a lot smaller than the English market. So, honestly, all of these girls are quality. All of them are quality. Yuko is my favorite. Fuyo, close second. And then Neo Sparkles, easy third place. And that's not based on subscriber count. That's genuine Beelzebub opinion. They are so fun and so talented, and they deserve so much more love. If you're low on Oshis, I'm telling you, man, hit up Idol. Idol Corp is where it's at. I'm just gonna leave that as my background because I love these girls. They're so talented. Would you consider Let's Plays on your channel? I would. I'm not against it. I'm planning on making more discussion videos on my channel this year. Any advice you have? The problem with discussing a topic is exposure, right? You've got to get yourself into the algorithm. You can't just title your video discussion about VTubers unless you've already got thousands of subscribers. Otherwise, nobody's gonna fucking show up, right? So what you need to do is what's called search engine optimization, my friend. So I do this all the time on my channel. It's, and I will show you exactly what I do so that you can mimic it and you can be successful. So let me switch on over here. All right, so I do news content, right? And as someone who does news content, I cover multiple topics. But the thing is like, it's really hard to figure out what topic is going to pop off, what topic is going to catch people's attention. So what you're forced to do is to make videos where you try to cover as many huge topics as you can, squeeze them into one video, and put all of them in the thumbnail. Like, here's the thing. Like, sure, I knew that the Tempest Gen 2 was gonna be huge. I knew that this was gonna get easy 50k views. This is not a surprise. I knew that before I made it that this was gonna be successful. But something like, let's go backwards just a little bit. So like this video, right? I have no idea if Hex Haywire is what people are interested in. I have no idea if Kiara being sick is what people are interested in. I have no idea if Nux and Rev beefing is going to be the big story. Like, which of these things that I'm talking about is going to be a big deal? So don't limit yourself to one topic. Give yourself multiple topics about trending topics, about big name celebrities, and put all of them in your title and thumbnail. Because here's the thing. I had no idea who of these three was going to get me the most engagement, but after the video is made, I can go into my analytics and look at that. I didn't know Nux versus Reb was going to be the main driving force that was going to pull in subscribers, but when I look at my analytics, now I can figure it out. Like, look at that. Let me get my fat head out of the way here. All of the traffic. Rev says Desu, Nux versus Reb, Nux Taku, Rev says Desu, Nux Taku, Rev says Desu, Nux Taku. All of the traffic for this video came from just one. That's the power of putting multiple big topics into one discussion video. Is grab 3. That's the trend that I've been going with, because you can fit 3 titles comfortably in a title. You can fit 3 faces in a thumbnail, right? And then number two, this is huge. Put timestamps in the video description of when you're talking about stuff. Because people often are only coming to your discussion video for 1 or 2 of your topics and they don't care about the rest. And if they have to sit through an entire 9-minute fucking video just to eventually get to the part that they care about, they're gonna click off the video. So don't force them to sit through content they don't care about. And this shows in the analytics. Look at this. You know, everybody skip. 35% of the people watching this video actually watch the entire video. Now look what happens when I talk about Nux. 55%, okay? 20% of the people who watch this video skip straight to the Nux versus Rev stuff, right? Look at your analytics. Your analytics tell you literally everything you need to know. Let people come to your content for what they care about and put multiple subjects to attract the maximum number of people. It is an absolute content hack. Everyone should be doing it. Don't limit yourself, okay? Don't shoot yourself in the foot because you only talked about, like, Hex Haywire. If I only talked about Hex Haywire in this video, nobody would have fucking watched it because nobody gave a shit, right? Don't limit yourself. Deep breath. So I hope that made sense. I hope that wasn't terribly rambly. I am genuinely trying to be as helpful as possible. I cried when he said Hollow ES are real. both as a Hispanic Latino myself and because the legendary dragon's final mission prior to departure was finally completed. Man, I don't speak Spanish myself, but I absolutely love the Latino community. I don't talk about this much because it's not relevant, but I got a shit ton of Latino friends, and I love seeing them succeed because they are underrepresented so often. So, I agree. I empathize with you. I've learned throughout the years that the only one that can really cancel someone is yourself. I mean, in the case in point, Pro Jared. True! True! No notes. Honestly, no notes. I mean, no, that's the absolute truth of the matter right there. You are the only person who can cancel yourself, period, end of story. Pro Jared uncanceled himself. Nux Taku has uncanceled himself multiple times. Logan Paul's been canceled more times than I can count. But if you just keep going, yeah, eventually you will lose subscribers, but you'll gain new ones if you just keep trucking. When are we gonna see you use that badass sword? I wish that I could import animations from Blender into my VTuber model. I don't think it's possible, but if I ever figure it out, best believe I'm gonna have an animation where I take this sword out and use it. I wonder if I can find a video that I worked on. Where I won't spend too much time on it, but I have. I wonder if I can find it in just a couple seconds without wasting too much of your time. But I did get a animation made. Ah, here we go. Okay. This video is garbage. Here, let me hide chat. Video capture. You'll see media player. Okay, so as you may or may not know, I am actually long before I was a VTuber, I was a 3D modeler and animator. Not a particularly good one, but it was something that I did. So, when I first got my VTuber model, my old VTuber model, I did make an animation. It's not a particularly good one, but all the beats are there. I had this like angel dude fly in from off screen, stopped him, stabbed him. So I've tried multiple times to make little like animations, but animating takes so long and it's so much work to produce something that kind of looks like crap, to be completely honest. Like, be completely honest, this is not the most epic or gorgeous animation you've ever seen, right? It's not that great, but it's the best that I can do. But if you want to see me use my sword, there you go. That's me stabbing an angel. Alright, how do I move this back? Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. Okay, let me bring chat back. There we go. Alright, but yeah. That's as best as you're gonna get from me, dog. That's as much as you're gonna get. Alright, let's see. My issue with woke shows is that they feel fake. Oh, a lot of wokeism is performative. Some of it is honest, some of it is performative. There's ups and downs. Like, sometimes a show just happens to have like gay characters and people call it woke, and I don't think that's fair. Like, sure, like you could call Velma woke if you want to, because it's one, terrible, and two, insulting. But then you've got stuff like Superman's son, Jonathan Kent, I think it is. He's like bisexual, right? And people are calling that woke. But Superman's son being gay isn't woke. He's just gay, you know what I mean? He just exists as a bisexual person. That's not woke. I feel like that word is used equal times correctly and incorrectly. It gets thrown around way too much, in my opinion. There are legitimate cases and illegitimate cases, and I feel like once you get on the anti-woke train, you just filter everything you don't like as woke, regardless of whether it is or not. You'll notice in my videos, I say cancel culture, but I'll never say woke, or I'll never say, like, you know, SJW. That's not the terminology I use. And that's because I'm aware that, like, sometimes things aren't woke, people just don't like it. Let's see. I'm black and I watch Moist. I never once got offended by what Moist said. My background is Trinidadian. Welcome. And it's laughable that people get offended for anything. It is. People are legitimately far too sensitive. Oh, I was saying Pippa had 150k. Oh, thank you for clarifying. Yeah, Kyo mentioned it on a live stream. This is your year, man. You got this. Thank you. I appreciate it. I remember when I watched Kyo when he had 700 subs and then he got big and I was happy for him. Yeah. I mean, I remember after the controversy, I went back and watched his old stuff and I was like, wait, he used to do gaming videos and then turned to VTuber news? We both kind of had a similar journey where we tried to do the normal VTuber thing and then we're like, fuck it. VTuber news is so much easier. This is so much more fast and easy to get successful, to get clicks. If you are not famous, talk about people who are. Life hack. Tech Play Doctor, hello, welcome. Pippa collabed with Yuko IRL? Nice! That's very cool. I kind of like hearing stories like that because, like, obviously Pippa is so much bigger than Yuko, but, like, the numbers don't mean anything to content creators like that. I still feel paranoid that I'd be called a clout chaser, but that's really cool that her and Yuko were able to link up and make something. I haven't seen that. I'm going to actively look for that after the stream, because that is cool. I love both of them, honestly. I feel like sometimes people, I don't know if this is a brag or a self-own, but I am so much more invested into VTubers than people realize. Like, I didn't start doing VTuber news on a whim, my guys. Like, I was already deep in the rabbit hole long before I made a single video about a single VTuber. That's why it's so easy for me to do VTuber news. I'm just naturally on top of this shit, you know what I mean? I'm in here. I'm in the community, you know what I'm saying? Oh, there's so much good stuff that I feel like people don't even... I won't go on a rant about it. Let's see. I found Kyo from a hashtag that false put, so maybe hashtags would work. I don't know. Kinda can't do that with clips. Understandable. Well, like, clips are different. Here's the thing. Clips are easy. They are so easy. They're so low effort. It doesn't take effort to make a VTuber clip. You just need editing software, right? And... like, what do you do? You watch the stream, which you were, gonna do anyway. So when you watch it, you find a clip that you like, you screen record it, you edit it, you post it. Bro, you could easily put out 20 clips in a day. And, but I honestly wouldn't put out more than 3 a day. But no, that's the thing about clips. Like VTuber news, I have to compress like 3 different subjects into one video. You're a clipper. Make 3 different videos. Make clips about everybody and just see what pops off. It's so much easier to do clips than to do news. You don't even need to do any research to make clips. You don't need to write scripts. You don't need to edit that much. You don't even need to, search for what's poppin'. You just gotta watch VTubers and post highlights. I've done it before. It's so easy. I thought about becoming a clips channel long before I did VTuber news, but I decided against it because I wanted to grow for myself, not for my clips. I want to be the center of attention. I want to be the focus. But no, just mass produce clips about as many VTubers as you can. And eventually some of them will take off. It's really just a matter of time. Sooner or later you'll clip something that goes viral. I guarantee it. What does your right arm say? Oh, that is a... I've been doing this for over 2 years. Nobody has ever asked that question. Let me pull up the actual quote, because I don't think anyone can actually read it. It is a Call of Cthulhu quote. How do you spell aeons? I will find the actual quote. Yeah. So in the H.P. Lovecraft wrote the book The Nameless City, which is part of the Call of Cthulhu mythos, and within the book he says, "That which is not dead can eternal lie, and with strange eons even death may die." And I am a massive edgelord, and I am a massive fan of H.P. Lovecraft, even though H.P. Lovecraft was a massive racist and anti-Semite, but we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. I just thought it was a really cool, edgy quote, so I tattooed it on my character's arm because this is true. This is true. The first thing I ever streamed on Twitch was me reading a H.P. Lovecraft book. That is true. That is super true. That was my first attempt at that was my first VTuber content ever. I used to be a Twitch streamer, if you can believe it. How did my model get turned around? God damn it. Yeah, hold on. I am a huge fan of H.P. Lovecraft. I think he is, because what he does is he's scary without being gross. You know what I mean? He doesn't rely on like body horror or, doesn't use cheap tactics like nudity or whatever. He just makes you feel small and insignificant in a vast, powerful, and uncaring universe. And that's fucking scary. I learned that you can't cancel someone who doesn't care. That is true. Can you upload your reference sheet to Twitter? Certainly. It looks like the Shrek meme style animation. What does? Damn, first you steal a sword, stab him with it, and then you sucker punch him off screen? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My problem when it comes to woke stuff is when it's done forcefully, case in point Velma with race swapping, but if it's done organically and not shoved down your throat, then it's fine. Exactly. It's just that when businesses try to do activist culture, it feels disingenuous. You want to talk about disingenuous corporate wokeism? Yo, check out how literally every company that changes their logo to a rainbow flag during Pride Month doesn't do that for like their Russian branch or their Chinese branch or any like non-Western version of their Twitter. They only do it in like the US, Canada, UK, that sort of stuff. It's so fake. Corporations do not care. They just want your money. You're too modest, Beelzebub. Well, thank you, Slayer. Also, welcome to the stream. Who are your favorite Clippers ever? Oh! Ask me who my favorite child is, why don't you? I can't tell you who my favorite is, but I can absolutely tell you who I'm subscribed to. That I have no issue with. Boop. Let me just go to my subscriptions page real quick. So who the hell am I subscribed to? So Harutimu does, I think, animations. Yes, Harutimu does animations. Those are good. I'm actually gonna bloop. Who else? Rockalope is good. Rockalope makes great Punkalope clips. Iron Mouse uploads her own clips, and so does Chibidoki. So they do like animated highlights on their own channels, right? I watch Ray clipping. I watch Soda Funk. Who else? Not all of the people who clip every day, so I might miss a few that I am subscribed to. I don't see him on here, but Carl George clips Karaji Ollie, so I watch a shit ton of Carl George's clips of Karaji Ollie. Chaos Clips, I subscribe to Chaos Clips. So yeah, the problem with like picking a favorite clipper is that it all depends on the individual clip, right? Like, you know, they might upload some boring clips, they might upload some absolute bangers. It's kind of a crapshoot. Everybody, you know, everybody has, you know, pros and cons, good videos and bad videos. But yeah, Rockalokeby and Carl George I probably watched the most out of all of them. That's as much as I'll say in terms of favorites. Let's see. I was actually posting highlights, but it would seem that YouTube killed my channel. At least that's how it feels. I'd post a VShojo clip, it typically would get 1,000 views, but now barely any. Bro, the algorithm is super weird. The algorithm is very inconsistent. Even my own, like, even though I've got like 3,000 subscribers, my own channel is extremely inconsistent. Like, let me, that is not what I wanted to do. Nope. There we go. So, like, look at the, I will hide myself yet again. I'm in the way of my own video. Like, look at this. Like, the Wizards of the Coast update, Logan Paul, Tsukimiki, that got 172 views. The video right before it, where I talked about, you know, Paizo and Neurosama, you know, all that jazz, 800, right? That's a pretty drastic difference. They got 100, 800, 600, 600, 53,000, 800, 600, 100, 500, 400, you know, 1,400 out of nowhere, right? Like, it's very inconsistent. I have no idea if I'm going to crack 1,000 or if I'm going to get 300. Like, I have no idea how many views a video is going to get. Like, look at the Yugo Asuma graduation. 16,000 views. That's crazy. And, like, my most recent videos are nowhere near that. I have no idea what causes some of these videos to take off and what causes some of them to absolutely fail. You know, it's really a crapshoot. That's why I try to cover as many stories as possible in a single video and just hope beyond hope that one of them catches people's attention. And one thing that's interesting is that, like, I think I said this earlier in the video, but it's still absolutely true, is that just because I have 3,000 subscribers does not mean I have 3,000 viewers. The overwhelming majority of my subscribers are dead subscribers because they subscribe because of the Nux drama or the Kimrai drama or the Yugo Asuma thing. It's like they're single issue subscribers, and since I'm not making content about the one thing they care about, they don't watch my other stuff. So it's super inconsistent. The base 100 views on a video is the only leg up I get on having a fan base. You know what I'm saying? Aside from that, it's all down to content, right? That's why I never really buy into the fact that, like, you know, the size of your channel is the biggest indicator of success. Because there are a lot of huge channels that get shit views. Like, Nuxtaku on his main channel has gotten less views this month than Kyo. That's actually true. I looked it up on Social Blade. Nuxtaku gets less views than Kyo. That's the God's honest truth. Look it up on Social Blade. So, the size of your channel doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be successful. What does it say in your bottom eye? Great question. This actually has a story behind it. So it says demon, right? It used to say demon in Hebrew, and then people said that I spelled it incorrectly, so I changed the spelling. And then people said that didn't say demon, it said demons. And I was like, okay, fine, and I changed it again. And then someone said that, like, writing demon on my face in Hebrew was anti-Semitic, and I was like, I don't feel like getting canceled for anti-Semitism. Like, I'm literally a Jew, but if people think that it's anti-Semitic to put, you know, demon on my face because I am a demon and I am Jewish, and if they think that's anti-Semitic, then fuck it. I'm not gonna deal with it. I don't have the energy. I'm not gonna argue with people. But yeah, it says demon, to answer your question. Let's not forget what they did it with BLM. I'm not going to talk about BLM in this video. That's too political for a VTuber stream. I'm here to announce that I am making in a fan game. I don't know what SMT stands for. What demon person would you like to have in my game? I don't know. Like, the easy answer would be to say Beelzebub, because that's who I am, right? You know what demon never gets any play? I don't know if it's Shemosh or Chemosh. I'll look it up. Here, add Yeah. This guy. Bro, nobody talks about Shemosh, and he's got such a cool design. Look at that. I mean, look at that art. Doesn't that just look cool? Don't you want to put that guy... Why isn't Shemosh in, like, every demon fiction? He's got such a cool design. Bro, more Shemosh content, please. So underrepresented. Look at that. You scroll down like half a page and you're already out of Shemosh content. Like, this is tragedy. Come on. You know what's cool? You know what I like about demons? Most demons are just gods that the Hebrew people didn't understand. Like, regardless of whether you're talking about Chemosh or Beelzebub, Beelzebub back in like the Old Testament era was called Baal Zevuv or Baal Zevul, depending on your translation. And Baal was just a weather god. It was, 2,000 years of playing the game telephone. Now he's suddenly the demon prince of gluttony and flies and all this garbage. But no, Baal Zevuv. Yeah, no, before he was like, this horrific demon associated with flies and gluttony, he was just a weather god. But you can't even find any of that out if you look for it, unless you specifically go out of your way to search it. Yeah, so that's what I like about demons that people don't talk about. Most demons are just gods that other people don't understand. And I feel like that's a source of content and conflict for demon stories that has never been exploited. Make your demons gods, damn it. Make them misunderstood gods. It's conflict. That's free conflict right there. And nobody uses it. Come on. Whatever happened to Soda Funk? Last I heard it was a dude and no one talks about him anymore. Even Ollie stopped watching them. I could have sworn they just put up a video not that long ago. I wasn't aware that they had fallen off. I watch so many clippers that I don't pay attention to individual clippers. Beelzy just shadow cloned himself a second ago. I actually started to post to TikTok and now videos are already getting pretty frequently 500 views. I'm basically going to mirror my content. I think that's a good strategy. I mean, there's no reason not to, right? Whatever platform's going to give you the most attention, go for it. Could it just be trends, like the HoloLive new group highlights was high because they were being talked about the most? Oh, for sure. Like, that's definitely part of it. Trends are huge on YouTube. Like, regardless of whether you're talking about news like what I do, bro, things on YouTube explode and die in a matter of days. That's why, I have to put out a video the same day news breaks, or no one's gonna watch the video. Nobody's gonna watch a video about 3-day-old drama. There's new drama already, Trends are huge. Everybody says they hate trends, but then trends are all that gets play, so that's what we do. Yes, Soda Funk. I see VTuber, I simp. I see Clipper, I simp. I see Clipper become Clipper turned VTuber, I simp. What is wrong with me? Fun fact, Beelzy is a Jewish. That's not how that word is used. Just like Nux Taku. Yeah, I was actually, it was actually kind of cool to hear that Nux was Jewish. Cause what are the odds? Just for the sake of grammar, not because I'm calling you out or anything, but you can be a Jew, as a noun, or Jewish adjective. That's how that works. Also, for some reason, just since we're on the topic, some people say that saying the word Jew is offensive. It's not. It's only offensive if you say it in an offensive way, like "you Jew." But like, unless you're doing that, you don't have to say Jewish. You can say Jew. It's fine. Shit. I mean, Shin Megami Tensei and Persona. What? Oh, you are making a Shin Megami Tensei fan game. Oh, that is tough. That is tough. God, let's see. Persona 4 Personas. Man, it's been so long since I played this game that like I can't even like think of their names off the top of my head. Like, obviously, like Izanagi, right? That's not Izanagi. What is this? What? Izanagi. Like, it's easy to say Izanagi because he was like the first Persona that you ever got, right? And he's got a kick-ass design. But there's so many more powerful Personas. Like Black Frost I ended up using a lot. Pyrojack I used for a while. After a while, my problem with like Shin Megami Tensei is that there's so many Personas that you just they all kind of blur together, and it's hard to separate them in your mind. So it's like the only ones that I even remember, because everybody else just kind of blends together. I only remember the ones that are associated with like the individual characters. Persona 4 characters. So like, man, I am struggling to... I have a point, but because I don't remember like the right words and the right terminology, I'm not able to get my point across. Let's go with like a... Chie. Damn it. Persona. There we go. If I absolutely had to pick a Persona to be in a game, I think Chie's Persona, I have no idea how to pronounce its name, Haredo no Okami. Like, that is a badass design. Haredo no Okami. I mean, look at that. Doesn't that look cool? I love it. I like how it's like I know it's like impractical armor, and you know, as a a huge HEMA nerd, like there's the HEMA part of my brain that's going, that's impractical armor, but then there's the weeb fanboy in my mind going, that looks so cool, the bodysuit and the armor and the armored skirt and it looks cool. I base that entirely off of aesthetic and absolutely nothing practical or stat wise. I think it looks cool that like the armor and bodysuit aesthetic I think looks cool. Honestly, like when I watch anime, this is kind of the aesthetic that I prefer, is like like I'm not huge into like bikini armor, but I am huge into like this sort of style where it's like chunky in some places and form-fitting in others. I think that's just more aesthetic. Let me hop back over to chat here. I'm having autocorrect in my brain. Also, I will add that guy. Absolutely. Mr. Bim Bim, you have 2 messages, both of which have been retracted. Don't know what to tell you, fam. Can you tell us a fun fact about yourself, BLZ? I don't know what counts as a fun fact, because I feel like I'm pretty open about myself on like Twitter, like social media and stuff, right? God, what have I not already said about myself that would make an interesting story? Because like all the fun facts about myself I've already mentioned, like on Twitter or in videos. Like, I used to jump off of roofs and pretend to die. That's a fun one. because I learned how to do a pratfall. Like, I learned how to fall correctly. So I would just jump off of like 10, 15 foot tall structures and die. And like, people would panic like, oh my god, he's dead. Actually, I'm fine. Or like, me and my brother used to get into fights constantly. Or what else did I do? I was a thief in high school and after college. I was a thief in high school because I was a piece of shit kid who just thought it was like, you know, gotta fuck the man, you know, fuck the establishment, you know, anarchy, I'll steal if I want to, man, fuck this Walmart, you know, that kind of shithead. And then after college, I stole because I was homeless for a little bit, literally living in a cave, so I had to steal to survive. That was fun. Fun fact, my dad taught me how to pick locks, because my dad is also a thief. Like, I don't mean like, you know, he stole a couple times. I mean, for a couple of years of our life, that's how he put food on the table, is just by stealing food. He's the one who taught me that food trucks are oftentimes left unlocked, and so are like outdoor freezers are oftentimes left unlocked. They're supposed to be locked, mind you. They just forget. So you can just walk up to food trucks and outdoor freezers and just open the door and take food. And sure, you're on a security camera, but like, they don't know who you are. The security cameras are garbage. You're like a little dot, like 5 pixels tall on the screen. They have no idea who you are. And the only way they can even catch you is if they record you getting into a car, right? And then they can catch your license plate. But joke's on them, I don't have a car and neither did my dad. So we would just walk away out of the frame and never get caught. That is a true story. I was a career criminal and I learned it from my daddy. Fun fact, I think Anku is another version of death. Might be. Yeah, I have RPG Maker and I'm going to go nuts with it. Absolutely, man. Eye of Heaven. Beals Saiyan. You know, it's funny you say Beals Saiyan because I do have a, not a Super Saiyan model, but like a, what do you call it? Like a god model. Where is it? I wonder if I can find it. Hold on, where's the archive? Can I find it without wasting a ton of time looking through my models? Because I do have one thing that is kind of cool, but you know how it goes. If I can find it in this folder, I will show it off. Nope, can't find it. That's unfortunate. I do have a angelic model that kind of looks like I've gone Super Saiyan, but I cannot for the life of me find it anywhere. My apologies. Damn, it was a really cool model too. I just can't find it. Nope, I give up. Oh well, sorry. But I do have a Super Saiyan model stored away somewhere. Alright. In regular Shin Megami Tensei, the personas are called demons, while in the Persona games, they're just called personas. Yeah, it's weird. Plus, Atlas called the Persona games Shin Megami Tensei games. That's very confusing. You're cool and awesome, dude. Keep up with the crazy stories as well. Thank you! If you wanted me to talk about, like, things I've stolen or fights I've gotten into, I'd be happy to. I've mentioned this before, but I'm still honestly so surprised that no one thought of my username, especially after a couple of years of VTubers on YouTube, Twitter. Yeah, you'd think VTuber things would be the first thing that got snatched up. Beelzy the nine-tailed fox someday, question mark? No, probably not. Probably not. Nine-tailed foxes are cool, but I don't know. The problem with nine-tailed foxes is I just think of the Pokemon Ninetales. I forget they're an actual deity. I don't know. Actually, speaking of deities, since we're on the subject, who is everybody's like favorite like demon or god or like underrepresented like supernatural whatever, right? Because there's so many like supernatural creatures that'll appear once in like one show and then like never referenced again, like the Rakshasa or, you know, Kappa or, you know. You know what I'm saying? There's so many underrepresented spirits and deities. After the miniature success of Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, they released Persona games as Shin Megami Tensei games in the USA. The title screen doesn't even have Shin Megami Tensei in it. That sounds confusing. Mine would be Jack Frost, Jack-o'-lantern, and Jack the Ripper. All good picks. Yeah, Mibra? Alright, Anku, you've mentioned your name multiple times now. It's about time that I actually look up what that means. Anku. You know what? Why am I doing this alone? Let me take you with me on this journey that you have sent me on. Anku. So what does Anku just mean death? That just looks like the generic Grim Reaper. You say Anku Crow, so Crow. Let's see. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Wait, is this Welsh? This is Welsh, isn't it? Or is this some made-up fantasy language? But that looks Welsh to me. The Harbinger of Death in Breton mythology. Known in the French region of Brittany, the remnants of blah 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 blah, blah Celtic legacy. Oh, it's Celtic. Okay. Alright, so it's a Celtic death god. That makes sense. Guides souls safely to the afterlife. So he's a psychopomp. Ah, gotcha. I see. I'm picking up your vibes. So what you're saying is that you're an edgelord. I'm only kidding. I'm an edgelord too. But a bit. Nope. That's not what I wanted to show on screen. You know what? I'll leave him on screen. I like cocaine beals. I'm a fan of my little guy. For anyone who doesn't know, this is like I made a plushie and I wanted to like mass market it, but it was way too expensive and it took way too long for them to make these things. So I was like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I'll have the only plushie ever made of myself. It's handmade, one of a kind. You cannot have it. It's mine. But yeah, that's what that is. In case you were curious. Yeah. The music keeps cutting out. Alright, let me check up on chat. Alright, but it's so... Congrats on 3K subs. Thank you! Thank you, Freyaru. Happy to have you on the stream. I don't think I've seen your name before. Welcome, welcome. It's said that Jack the Ripper / Jack Skellington didn't get another appearance in another Shin Megami Tensei / Persona game. No, Crow just sounds cool. Congrats, keep grinding. Thank you, Professor Grieger. Happy to have you in chat. Not sure if this counts, but the Chupacabra in Megima, first and only ever time I've seen it referenced in anime, the Chupacabra is actually kind of cool. And what I like about the Chupacabra is like, there's so many blah 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 blah. Why is my character's lip not moving? There we go, there we go. I don't know why that happened. I don't know why my lips weren't moving. The Chupacabra is cool because it's one of those demons that doesn't kill people, it kills goats. Like, it's just a menace to society. Like, I kind of like that type of mythos where it's like, not every spirit has to eat people. That's so overdone, you know what I mean? Like, give them a motive other than eating people. Or if they are going to eat people, give them an interesting backstory. Video games have turned, like, all monsters of all of fiction into just bosses that you fight at the end of a level, which is boring. Let's see. Another one of my favorite picks would be Nekomata, and Nekomata I have definitely played. Momonofu as well as Baphomet. It's called Self-Love. It's really cute though. Thank you! When I watch Rosario Vampire, I start liking the succubus girls with the blue hair, and I like the succubus despite knowing the dark truth about them. That's valid. Goat sucker chupacabra goes for goat and chicken. Yep. I'm actually a huge fan of demons. Like, in case you couldn't tell by the fact that I am a demon. Demons are cool, man. There's a lot of lore that, like, people treat demons like generic bad guys for, like, books and video games, and that's so boring. Like, no, there's history here. Like, we're like deities, we have history, we have lore, we're more than just bad guys. You know what I mean? Apparently in Somerset there is a guy that is a living cryptid. The Gimp Man? I don't think you can be a living cryptid. Like, you might just... I think at that point you're just a weirdo, right? Like, surely. If everybody knows who you are, you're not a cryptid. I mean, come on. Also, Gimp is just someone with, like, the mask thing, right? Like, the little BDSM mask. Which... I'll look up Gimp Man, without the thing. Gimp Man Somerset, you said? Yeah, that's just a dude. That's not a cryptid. It's just a dude. Here, I think this is stream safe. So, whoops. Didn't mean to point a gun at you. Sorry about that. The scroll wheel on my mouse is broken, so I constantly accidentally... Like, see what I mean? Like, he's just a dude. That's not a cryptid. He's just a dude with a leather fetish who walks around at night. Right? Gimp Man of Essex. Lunatic Somerset Gimp gives the community a bad rep. Like, he's just a dude. That's not a cryptid. Ooh, he walks around on the ground sometimes. Woo, scary. Woo. I have to wonder, when I see people like this who act weird and like run around with weird costumes and fuck around with people at night, I have to wonder, are they just a troll who's trying to get attention, or are they like mentally unstable people who need genuine help, right? Because it's 50-50, right? You don't know. Like, does I feel like people like this should probably, like, not get arrested, but get, like, detained and questioned. Like, are you just fucking around trying to have some goofy fun with the locals, or are you in genuine need of help? Do you need a doctor? Do you need a caretaker? Right? But no, that's not a cryptid. People know who he is. Alright, back to chat. Let's see. Dude literally appears at the night. The story is still funny, though. It is kind of funny. I'll give you that. It is kind of hilarious. I was always a fan of the old Native American stories of, like, the coyote, the spirit. He was a good and evil spiritual deity. You know, I've noticed that's a trend. In, like, both Native American and African folklore, a lot of the times their, like, heroes and deities will be, like, tricksters, where they'll have, like, good and bad aspects. Like, Overly Sarcastic Productions did a great video on this. OSP Fly Swatter. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, Mwindo. I'll pull it up. Like, if you look up the tale of Mwindo, which is like an African epic, the Mwindo is neither good nor evil. He's just a dude with a magic fly swatter who kills the living shit out of so many people. And then he gets, you know, grabbed from Earth. And the gods are like, yo, cut it out. Stop killing people. And he's just like, okay. Like, the most heroic thing he does is kill his own dad because his dad was an asshole. But that's like the closest to hero he actually gets. It's mostly just like, hey, here's a wacky dude with way too much power. Let's follow him around for a bit. That's it. I feel like there's like a critical lack of like heroes like that in fiction. The closest you can really get to that, God, I can't think of any Western examples. Hell, someone just being a random dude with too much power. There's a lot of that in like You've got Goku. You've got the Monkey King. Well, actually, Goku is based off of the Monkey King, so even then. Like, the Monkey King, Son Goku, is like not even a hero. Like, he just straight up murders people all the time for the most mild of inconveniences. The only thing that makes him a hero is that he's escorting a monk. Everything else he does is just neutral evil chaos, or chaotic neutral. My favorite thing involving cryptids may be Secret Saturdays from Cartoon Network. I've never heard of that. For those GIMP people, it's literally, it's my fetish. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not huge on like fetish stuff. It always gives me the heebie-jeebies. A random dude with too much power, look up Spawn. Oh yeah! Yeah, that's a good example. Spawn. Well, I feel like Spawn doesn't necessarily count because Spawn is like on a vengeance quest, right? I feel like that kind of subtracts a little bit from the because here's the thing. Spawn is not a goofy goober, okay? Like, is he a random guy with too much power? Yes, but he's not goofy. He's not out here just being a little guy, being a little gremlin. Like, no, he's a murderous psychopath. For sure. Compare that to Monkey King. Compare that to the Monkey King, right? Monkey King is just he's a gremlin. He's a maniac. He's an absolute dipshit with way too much power. Right? You know, they're slightly different aesthetics. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, Spawn is cool. I love Spawn. Don't get me wrong. Cool character. Just not what I'm specifically referring to. I would say... like the closest thing that I've seen in Western comics is probably The Mask. Because he is very, very wacky and kind of zany. Right? Like, he's super violent, but also super goofy, right? This is a gun that fires guns. That's pretty insane. Right? That's about as close as you get in, like, the West. Also, I read The Mask vs. Lobo. Genuinely not a good comic. Like, it was hyper violent, but it had literally no plot at all. They didn't do anything. They just took turns beating the hell out of each other, but they were both immortal and couldn't die, so it felt kind of pointless. Deadpool? Kratos? No. Kratos is an edgelord. He's not what I'm talking about. Deadpool, okay, I'll give you Deadpool. Deadpool is definitely just a guy. He's got a upbeat attitude. He cracks jokes. He doesn't take anything too seriously, but he's still a murderous psychopath. That's a lot more in line with what I'm talking about. I feel like Deadpool feels like very much like a African or North American folk hero. You know what I'm saying? He's got the and honestly, that's kind of my vibe. Like, when I watch fiction, those are the vibes I go for. I go for Deadpool. I go for Goku. I go for, you know, I like upbeat people who are still willing to kill people. Like, that's why, like, I think it was I cannot remember. Was it Superior Spider-Man? Who's the Spider-Man that was possessed by Doc Ock and, like, didn't realize how strong Spider-Man was and didn't realize how much he was holding back? That's a very fun Spider-Man. Because, like, it's not Peter Parker, so he can kind of go all out. But it's still kind of a goofy concept. You kind of just described Deadpool if we're talking Western? Yes, I did. Shin Megami Tensei 2 has a knight with Terminator guns. Lamau! It's infuriating that Atlas has yet to release the older games to the US. True. The Dragonborn? I don't think so. Well, it depends on how you play the Dragonborn. Like, I mean, Skyrim allows you quite a bit of freedom. So you can be just a goofy goober that commits horrible acts of violence, or you could play it totally straight, right? Superior Spider-Man, yeah. People always say Goku has an inspiration for the Monkey King, but I feel like people don't ever bring up Momotaro vibes, also sprinkled around in there. That sounds familiar. Let me look up Momotaro. Momotaro. I know I've heard that name before. Oh yeah, the kid who was born in a peach. Yeah, Peach Boy. Yeah, I remember that. I think I watched a Overly Sarcastic Productions video on that. I haven't read the original myth, so I can't comment on that too much. Superior Spider-Man. Yeah. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The even though that is one of my favorite versions of Spider-Man, it's still not necessarily my favorite Spider-Man, but it's a good one. It's a really, really good one. Underrated for sure. Underrated for sure. Oh no, I'm losing connection. Alright, I have finally managed to catch up with chat. Man. What was I talking about? What was I doing? Oh yeah! The reason I wanted to do this stream, which I still have not done. The entire point of this stream I haven't gotten around to. Let me get around to it then. Okay. So, one of the things that I wanted to talk about is just kind of go over like all the crazy shit that has happened over the past like year or past 6 months. I feel like as a community, we have been through so much shit, right? Like unequivocally, that's just objectively true, right? So I kind of wanted to go over some of the highlights. So let me limit this to like videos that got 1,000 views, just so we can talk about like the big events. And we'll start in we'll start back in April, because that's when I first started. So oh yeah, okay. So I already talked about how like the Tempest Boys all got roasted for their designs and now everybody loves them. Y'all remember how like Kason got flamed for being too lewd or whatever, even though she's literally always been lewd? I never understood that. Like why is it as soon as Kason becomes like Kason, everybody has a problem with the same content, right? Like she's always been lewd, but I saw her get so much shit on Twitter from like former Coco fans that are like, why is she so lewd, talentless? V Shoujo? Oh, you mean V Coomer or whatever? Like V Shoujo's just Coomer bait. Like this is the same fucking person. It's the same content. Y'all have loved this for years, but no, all of a sudden, she like twerks in the video in 2022, right? Same shit she's always done. Pretty on par with V Shoujo quality. You know? People were not happy. And I don't understand it. I don't. Like, why was she catching so much shit for doing the same shit? Fuck Kason. We lost. People are so dramatic. Wow. Y'all remember this drama? Everyone was losing their minds over the twerking clip. Absolutely ridiculous. So, Unhinged, that's my favorite one. Unhinged. Twerking. My guys, if that's the definition of unhinged, never go to South Florida in the summer. Everybody's unhinged. Y'all remember that controversy? Let me check on chat. Batman is a badass fighter? Absolutely. Some people probably still don't remember a couple months ago. Some people still didn't know. Probably. Cultural difference? Absolutely. Probably the Idol fans still lingering. I hate Idol fans. I really do. We're just content creators out here. Guys, like, VTubers are not K-pop idols. We're not J-pop idols. We're just people with avatars. Fuck Kason. Don't mind if I do. Wait, people actually complained about the twerking? Yes! She's literally been twerking since 2020, and suddenly people were mad about it. It was the dumbest thing. You really can't make everybody happy. It's such a dumb thing to be mad about. But no, and like, judging by the fact that my video has 97% likes, I feel like most of the real fans are on my side with how dumb this is, right? Let's see. This one was huge. This is a lot of my viewers are from Indonesia, and I feel like this video is probably why. I don't know if y'all remember this. The Epic Game Store and Steam all got banned in Indonesia. Do y'all remember when that happened? Everybody in Indonesia was like thanking me for like commenting on this issue. I got like 91 comments, which is unprecedented. People were pissed. And I love seeing like the outpouring of support for like our Indo bros. Like a lot of people who are outside the US like feel the squeeze of, you know, these non-US companies banning entire platforms for no reason. So let me know, chat. Do y'all remember that happening? That was, I don't know if that was huge in the overall community, but that was a huge video that got a ton of support on my channel. The pain of Indonesian gamers is saddening. It is. I feel bad for my Indo bros. Like, y'all got screwed. I don't remember how that got resolved. Nobody was talking about it after I covered it, so I'm not sure how that resolved. But, you know, I think people did eventually either get a VPN or get the government to reverse their decision. I'm pretty sure everyone in Indonesia has access to Steam now. First anime, now this exactly. Did that get fixed, recalled, or did it just go on? That's I'm not entirely sure. I can only assume they eventually retracted their decision because all of Hollow ID is still able to play Steam games. So either they all just use a VPN or the government backpedaled. Nobody, as soon as like the hype around it died, I never heard an update. Oh, this was a particularly dumb controversy. This one, you want to talk about dumb controversies? Like, okay, people were really, really mad at me with this video because of how I talked about this. Here's the thing. Don Don was an adorable music video, right? Look at this. Isn't that adorable? I'm keeping it muted because the song is copyrighted. But there were a couple of moments where, like, she made references to the Hindenburg burning up, the Titanic sinking, the shuttle exploding, right? Now, here's the thing. Even though it's a kind of a stupid controversy, people were really mad at me because I had for some reason, this is a hot take. Even though it's a dumb thing to be mad at Mume for, it was still a tragedy, right? Like, the Challenger disaster still killed 7 astronauts. So I was like, it's dumb to be mad about it, but I understand why she's taking it down, because it is in a bit poor taste. But apparently, saying a video, like a music video about the death of astronauts and all these other tragedies being in poor taste, people flamed me. I locked the comment section. There's only 24 comments on this video because I held all other comments for review because people were mad. All I said is that the jokes were in poor taste. I didn't say I was angry. I wasn't trying to cancel Mume. People were pissed that I called it in poor taste. Because it was! People died! And that's why the video had to be pulled and re-uploaded. Right? Like, claiming that Mume is responsible for the death of 7 real-life astronauts, that's a little uncomfy, right? Like, is it really that controversial to say, you know, I can understand why some people are uncomfortable? I know most people don't care, but some people do. But apparently it was a hot take to even acknowledge that it was in poor taste. Indonesia, more like Outdonesia, Lamau. They even accused Kason of being a porn star because they saw someone look like her being smashed by someone. That's crazy. That's dumb. So far, Indonesia isn't China, so it has that going for it. That's very true. I feel so bad for my Chinese homies, but at the same time, there's a lot of really toxic Chinese fans, so my empathy is limited for the Chinese fan base. But it's gotta suck to live in China. It's got to. I mean, they have one of the most restrictive governments in the world, period. It's gotta suck. Look at that. Look at that. Can you see that? Let me get out of the way here. 57% likes. That is so low. That is one of my lowest viewed videos. And according to the comments, it's all because I said it was in poor taste. And it was! People were not happy with me. Look, just because I say something is in poor taste doesn't mean I'm trying to cancel them. But yeah, that was a really dumb controversy. Let me check on chat real quick. Nope, chat hasn't updated. Let's see, what else happened this year? So in September... Oh yeah, I remember this. The HoloLive and HoloStars were like collabing, right? And people, there's so many like, what's the term for them? Unicorns, incels, whatever you want to call them. People were unreasonably mad about a collab. Like, they're content creators in the same company, right? It just makes sense that they would collab. But people came out in force to be like, to just absolutely shit all over the Tempest Boys, and it's so dumb. Yeah, some HoloLive fans can be extreme Beelzebub. That's so true. Like, honestly, I don't even know why anyone was like mad at this collab, because the collab was hilarious. What's more important? Making, like, how are you going to try and control your Oshis and try to make them never talk to men ever again? Right? And like, so many people were happy. Thank you for the stream, enjoyed the collab, loved the stream. Right? Like, everybody came out in force to like talk about how cool this collab was. But then there's like that 5% of absolute tiny penis wiener dogs who are like, management mandated collab, desperation, leeches. Never understood takes like this, or like, it really sucks you couldn't keep the stars contained. They're not like an infection, you don't need to contain them. And then Crony eventually had to come out and say like, hey, look, people are trying to stir drama. This is all bullshit. Don't do that. It's so dumb to be mad at Tempest for collabing with their literal co-workers. These people are co-workers. The people act like they're like actively fucking or whatever. Oh god, the collab wars. Yeah. Antis, thank you. Antis came out in force when the Tempest Boys were announced. People were pissed. Have I ever heard of North Korean K-pop? Made in the 2010s, but it sounds like early to mid 80s. I have never heard of that. To quote a certain Sad Bunny dude, she collabed with a penis haver. That's so true. Oh, how dare they? How dare they collab with the penis haver? Oh my god. Oh, speaking of a certain bunny VTuber, what is chat's opinion on depressed Nusagi? Because I'm of two minds on that one. Like, on the one hand, I feel like he did a wrong, he did a bad. He shouldn't have done what he did. But I also feel like the amount of hate that he got and the fact that he was literally chased off the platform forever was also kind of extreme. What does chat think of the depressed Nusagi? That's another thing that happened this year that exploded the entire community. In fact, I think that might be one of the ones that videos that I have. I think that I did make a video on that. I'm almost positive I did. Neutral, just kind of like seeing the true ending of... Rank, my guy, you have mentioned Shin Megami Tensei like 47 times. Look, I get it, the games are great, but not everything is related to the game. I promise. Alright, the collab wars were particularly dumb. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, this wasn't controversy, this was just hilarious. So, you know Marine's song? Like, I think it's called Treasure Box? Let me see if I could... So, like, her song Treasure Box has some you know, some lewd themes, right? But apparently this song was like played over like the speakers at like grocery stores and shit, which I think is hilarious. Like there's a small handful of normies who have never heard of Marine, and they just hear like fucking moaning over the intercom at a Walmart. This one was so fucking funny. This wasn't even a controversy. This is just hilarious to me. Treasure Box is also a really good song. Let's see. He made good content, tried his best, but he may have flown too close to the sun in perspective of hardcore viewers. I agree. I think he did fly too close to the sun. Like, even if he doesn't feel like what he did was doxing, myself and a lot of other people do, and that's a huge taboo in this community. You can't do that. But I'm not mad at him. In fact, I even talked to him directly, which, you know, what really sucks about the situation is, like, I love Depressed Nusagi's content, right? And I kind of like look up to him as an inspiration for like some of the content I make. And the only reason I ever got to speak to him is because of the worst day of his life. That's the only reason I was able to reach out and talk to him, and I really enjoyed talking to him. And it sucks that the only reason I could do that is because he had the worst day of his life. I would have much preferred to reach out to him and talk to him casually, you know what I mean? That's, the whole situation was stressful, man. Yeah, he did cross the line, but we still didn't need to lynch Mom. Exactly. It's, he did an oopsie, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss him. I miss him too, honestly. He made good videos. Like, objectively. You can't say he didn't care about the community because he clearly did. He wouldn't have made all those videos if he didn't care. Well, I know it was a mess up, but that dose does not make it okay for people to put out misinformation. Oh yeah, he was getting absolutely slandered. People were putting out outright lies. Like, the rats in this community, for anyone who doesn't know, rats is someone who spins narratives, aka lies. The rats in this community are out of control. Full stop. The "don't meet your heroes" quote is real. Here's the thing. He's actually a really nice guy, and he was also really sad. Like, you say don't meet your heroes, but like, I was kind of glad to meet him. The situation was bad, but he was actually super nice. That weird Filipino guy bringing up Filipino politicians is what got me the most. I got no idea what you're talking about, my friend. My apologies, I don't know who you're talking about. What? You'll have to explain yourself, Rank. Alright, what else? What else happened this year? Oh yeah, the lawsuits. The lawsuits, bruh. So, I'm surely everyone has heard of this, right? So for anyone who is not aware, both Cover and Anycolor have formed a legal team that are working together to sue the shit out of people who are slandering their talents. And I haven't heard an update since making my last couple of videos, but it's simultaneously really cool but also really scary, because I like the fact that big companies are trying to protect their talents, don't get me wrong. But I have no idea if this is going to snowball and they're going to start suing people who don't deserve it. Do y'all remember this, or is this news? It only got 1K views, so I'm not sure if everybody heard about this. But no, they've sued people who slandered their talents. The guy who made messed up comment regarding Depressed Nusagi's Filipino tears. I'll have to rewatch the video because I don't remember that. I hate the fact that they call Money hungry because he's from the Philippines. Well, here's the thing, right? People like to levy the insult like greedy or money hungry at YouTubers all the time, right? But here's the thing. Nobody makes a YouTube channel, or extremely few people make a YouTube channel and don't monetize it, right? Like, yes, we're making content because we love it, but very few people would be making as much content of as high of a quality if we weren't at least partly motivated by money. So I feel like it's not always a fair criticism. Like, unless you're actively scamming your fans like Logan Paul, I feel like chasing money isn't a fair criticism because everyone is chasing money, right? That's why I make VTuber news content and not just whatever the hell I want. It's because that's what's successful. That's what's, skyrocketing my career. Everyone wants to be successful. So being mad at someone for trying to be successful doesn't make sense, in my opinion. I remember now, it's the Wilted Sheep. Their comments are weird. That does sound familiar. I think you're referring to a comment that was made in a video I made about it. I wonder... Let me pull up the video. Let's see. New Sagi. Let me pull up the video. I might have deleted that comment. I don't even know. Oh yeah, this video is private, by the way. I privated this for the first video that I made about him because it included a lot of rumors and misinformation. And it also included a screenshot of our conversation, which he later asked me not to have in a video. So that's why I had to take the video down. I had screenshots of our conversation, which he said he wasn't cool with, and there was also misinformation that he was not cool with. I wonder if I can find the comment that you're talking about. But now this was wild. It kind of feels like the only time my videos go turbo viral is when one of my heroes is being attacked. Whether it's Nuxtaku, Kyo, Depressed Nusagi. My most successful videos are when my heroes are under fire from the community that I love. And that sucks. Okay. I think this one... I don't think I had any graphics. Yeah, I can't find it. I tried to find it. But yeah, let me hop back over to Twitter. Yeah. Wait, nope. I'm filtering by what got a lot of views just because I feel like if it didn't get views, it probably wasn't relevant. God, you can really tell I did way... the more I got into it, the more videos I made on the topic. Holy shit. Alright, let me check the chat here. The Filipino racist towards Filipinos guy, you deleted those comments. Yeah, I probably did. I don't tolerate racism of any kind. Regardless if it's white on black, black on white, Filipino on Filipino. If you're judging somebody based on their ethnicity, you're a piece of shit. I'm deleting your comment and banning you. Really wish they would have stepped up and did this sooner, but at least they're serious to the point that they're joining forces. Absolutely. 100%. I like the fact that they're trying to protect their... Bro, do you know how many fucking talents we have lost because they get harassed online? Rushia was driven mad by all the hate she was receiving. Like, there's so many instances of people driven to graduation over harassment. It needs to stop. So the fact that they're doing literally anything is a huge, huge boon. For the record, I never wanted their comment deleted, but yeah, it's very weird. Like, I know you didn't want their comment deleted, but I did. I spoke to Depressed Nusagi the full story about the doxing scandal. It's in the comments. Oh, I definitely deleted that comment, for sure. Those who get the most praise also have the most enemies. Facts! Absolute facts. Without a doubt. I mean, that kind of just comes with the territory, right? Like, I also think that, like, when you're a huge creator, the fact that you are huge and that you have so many eyes on you means that when you do fuck up, more people care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have 3,000 subs. If I do a fuck up, no one cares, right? Only one person has ever made a hate video about me, right? Once. And that was only because I directly insulted them, right? But aside from that, people don't like make videos and tweets about how much of a piece of shit I am, right? People don't care. But like when PewDiePie does something really stupid and ignorant, everybody cares, right? Like you're just under a microscope when you're famous, whether you deserve to be or not. Alright, what else happened? Oh man, you know what? This video right here, where I talk about all 27 Niji Sanji members, the video did well. Like it got 2,000 views, but I put so many goddamn hours of work into this video. If I could get a few more people to watch it and get it to at least 5,000 views, I put so much goddamn work into compiling this montage of all 26 Niji Sanji members and trying to make a genuine comment about all of them. This was so much work, you have no idea. And it was like, 2,000 views. Ugh. The curse of being a YouTuber is like, just because you put the most amount of work into a video does not mean it's going to be your most successful. My stupidest videos will take off and become my most successful. Depressed Nusagi was open, given inside details about VTubers, and nobody had a problem. Why are they mad about it now? Well, because he was selling personal information about their real life. Like he had a video of Amelia Watson IRL talking to one of her friends, and her friend says her real name in the video. That's not content that should be on the internet for people to consume, right? That's nobody's business. Oh, this was fun. This was funny. On the one hand, I feel bad for Dream for getting absolutely thrashed. But on the other hand, I feel like people were like needlessly mean. Like, don't get me wrong, he's not handsome. Like, but he's also not hideous. People were acting like Dream was an absolute creature, right? Like, like some of the memes were kind of funny, right? But a lot of it was just straight up bullying, and a lot of it was unnecessary. I think this is my favorite response to the "he's ugly" trending on Twitter. Like, live view of the people typing "he's ugly" on Twitter. Not much better. That was such a... What I like about this guy was actually insane, though. He's ugly, thank fucking God I don't have to kill myself. Like, that's unhinged, bro. You need medical help. If you were gonna kill yourself if Dream was hot, you have issues. The fact that that story got as out of hand as it did is kind of funny, but also simultaneously sad. So, Beals, have you ever heard of the Nadia situation? She doxed someone, apologized, then doxed someone? No, I've never heard of that, genuinely. I might have to look into that. Well, it's probably not relevant anymore, but no, I have not heard of that. I remember that video. You're a fan of the members with wing hair. Yes! Yes! Absolutely! All the best talents had hair wings. It was the best. Dream looks like he can smash any girl he wanted to. Bro, he's Dream. He probably could. Although he probably shouldn't use his fame to pick up girls because a lot of his fans are underaged, and I don't know if he's the type of guy to check ID. But probably more attractive than half the people who are making fun of him, though. That's for damn sure. It was over people calling her a cheater. Yeah, she doxed somebody, caused someone called her a cheater in Call of Duty. That does sound familiar, actually. Oh, yeah! Yeah, I do remember that. That was fucking wild, dude. I remember that. I don't know if I made a video about that. But no, that was insane. That was actually crazy. I think she definitely got banned from that. I remember that now. The Crimson Chin unmasked. But for real, people really didn't have to go that hard on it. Exactly. Like, he's got a big chin and he's not crazy hot, but like people were like wild. It would be one thing if it was all just jokes, right? If it was all just jokes, I wouldn't care. But people were like, I'm gonna kill myself if he's not ugly. That's extreme. That's crazy. That messed up. What happened to Dream? But I think it went too far. When they want to see his face and then dunk on the guy for looks. Exactly. And honestly, he's not even like... Most content creators aren't making content about their looks. Therefore, their looks aren't really relevant, in my opinion. I honestly think that's why being a VTuber is becoming more and more popular. People are so hypercritical of your physical appearance that like it almost just makes more sense to be a VTuber so that your appearance won't be the focus of the video. You know what I mean? I have an avatar. People can't see my face. Therefore, people can't judge my face. It's less distracting and more visually interesting. It would actually genuinely ruin my day if I made a video with my real face and people spent the entire video going, you know, look at his afro. Oh my god, he's got an afro. Brush your hair or whatever, you know? That would bother me. Like, the video isn't about my afro. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Dream should have probably stayed faceless, to be completely honest, because doing a face reveal just puts a bunch of attention on your personal appearance, and why? If your content isn't about aesthetics, then your aesthetics don't matter. She got banned, but she got back before paying her full sentence. That's bullshit. I hate it when Twitch users get banned and don't pay their full sentence while others get permabanned for way less. Twitch is so inconsistent with their bans, it's ridiculous. It's insanity how inconsistent Twitch is. Bro, there's a Twitch streamer who got banned for showing her fucking feet. Feet! Really? One streamer doxes an audience member, another streamer shows feet, and they both get temporary banned? How were those equivalent sins? Twitch, man. Gods of being inconsistent. Let's see. Not all of these are super relevant. Not all of these were news. Alright. So now we're getting super relevant. Now we're getting into like October. Oh yeah! Oh, this video did not do well. People did not like this video at all. Alright, so here's the thing. When Anna Alouette was accused of being racist, I had the hot take that what she probably shouldn't have said what she said, and yet again, very unpopular opinion. 59% likes, 283 dislikes, my guys. That's a lot. That's I genuinely don't believe that Anna was actively trying to be racist when she told Kyo that he sounded like someone who listens to rap music and eats fried chicken, right? But it was still an ignorant thing to say, and it's still tied to a lot of racist stereotypes. But apparently the hot take of like, hey, maybe making comments that are tied to racist stereotypes isn't something you should say, disliked all to hell. I had to go through so many comments. Look at 247 comments. And that is after purging a lot of very angry comments. You know, it's weird how like I can have a very minor take of like, hey, maybe don't say people talk like people who listen to rap music and eat fried chicken, but people will lose their fucking mind and like, oh my god, you're being too sensitive. Like, I wasn't sensitive. I'm literally laughing in the video. I clearly don't take this that seriously. It was the same take I made with the Mume Don Don dramas. It's like, you know, it's dumb that it's drama, but it still probably shouldn't have happened. Again, people ballistic. People very unhappy. So wait, you're telling me you're not an Ikemen red-haired swordsman? I know, I've been lying to you this entire time. It's all a lie. I don't actually look like this in person. I have a giant curly Jufro. I have curly black hair. A girl who got smexed on screen and she came back and said, I remember that! I remember that! I remember that! Oh, I can't believe she only got temporary banned. 7 days. Twitch is so full of shit. Damn that ratio. It's okay, buddy. We've been there. Like, I don't know. You gotta be careful with what you say in these news videos. And I feel like some of them I probably should just be totally neutral and not give an opinion. Because anytime it comes with being offended, it's best not to weigh in. Like, if the controversy is about, like, being offended, right? It's best just to not weigh in. Because everybody is either offended or offended by the people who are offended. And you can't win. If you give either take, people are going to be mad. So I think in the future, I'm either just going to not cover those topics or be completely 100% neutral. Because every time I've weighed in on topics like that, people get mad at me. When you describe yourself that way, Beals, I think Afro Samurai. Nah. I don't look like Afro Samurai. I look like a lightly toasted Seth Rogen. That's what I look like. But yeah, there's that's the fun part. That's the good part and the bad part about being in the news game is, like, you know, when you say something the community likes, you get a shit ton of support. And if you say something they even slightly disagree with, they ratio the fuck out of you. So, I always keep in the back of my mind that my fans are only my fans, you know, conditionally. You know? I try to be very aware that all the support I have is extremely conditional. One shitty hot take and, you know, people will mass unsubscribe. So that's the only thing that's kind of scary about being a content creator is, like, you know, you step out of line once and you lose a ton of support. Let's see, what else were people talking about? Let's see. Oh yeah, I remember this now. See, y'all remember when Nyanners got banned for having a lewd model? And here's the thing, right? When it came to Nyanners' model, here is my hypothesis. I think the reason Nyanners got banned after displaying this model is because their policy is no underboob, and her model technically had underboob. That was my hypothesis as to why she got banned. But it was incredibly lewd. But also, like, other VTubers have incredibly lewd models and didn't get banned. So it kind of feels out of nowhere and hypocritical that Nyanners was getting banned when, you know. Also, how come Nyanners gets banned but Amaranth doesn't, right? Amaranth is easily wearing something just as lewd as Nyanners was, but Amaranth gets to do whatever. And I don't even hate Amaranth. I don't. I genuinely don't. I just don't like the fact that she's able to get away with shit that the rest of streamers aren't. You know what I'm saying? It's the inconsistency that bothers me. The inconsistency. You know? I hate Twitch so much. People don't like honest opinions nowadays. They certainly don't. Yeah, people were happy that she got banned. It's so stupid. I remember that her artist was using it for a few months before and had literally no problem. And then Nyan used it for a week before she get it banned. Exactly! You know, it's gotta suck for the artist more than anything, right? Because Nyanners can't use that model now, but the artist put months of work. Like, Riku put so much goddamn work into making that model. She's so talented doing the art and the rigging for these flawless models. And now something she invested months of her life into is just gone forever because people don't understand what does or doesn't get you banned on Twitch. I feel like Nyanners not being able to use an outfit sucks. Riku spending months on something that's never going to be seen again, that's horrific. That's awful. That hurts my soul a lot. I honestly feel way worse for Riku than I do for Nyanners because, you know, Nyanners was gone for a week, but Riku's art is gone forever. I don't see an underboob in that. Well, here, I'll try and find the thing. So the way Twitch defines underboob is actually, like, not necessarily what we would consider underboob. God damn it. God, go away. So if you actually look up the Twitch rules for underboob, like here's the model, right? It's obviously very lewd and very jiggly, right? You've got all sorts of skin exposed. But this, I couldn't find the exact graph, but I've seen the graphic before. This portion of the boob needs to be covered. Everything below this red line needs to be covered. So you might argue there's no underboob, but Twitch disagrees. Forget the Snyder cut, give us the Riku cut? Absolutely. Yo, now see it. Yeah. So that was particularly dumb. Here's the thing. I don't have an issue with Twitch having guidelines about sexual content. My issue is that they're inconsistent and nobody knows what they are. That's the part that's dumb. Because if Nyanners and Riku knew that that wasn't an appropriate model, then they wouldn't have made it. They would have made something else and this wouldn't be an issue. Inconsistency. Let's see. This isn't huge news. Oh yeah, here's the Depressed Usagi videos. God, that was only a couple months ago. It feels like it was years ago. Let's see. Oh, Vesper got suspended. Yeah. So, for anyone who doesn't remember, Vesper apparently he later clarified in a video that he has like anger issues. And judging by the comments that Japanese management put out, it sounds like he was doing a little bit of backtalk to management. And I think that got him suspended. You know, normally I would come out in force to defend a VTuber, and I genuinely think he was probably mostly innocent. I got to admit, talking back to your managers, even if it's justified or even if it's not a big deal to us, the fans, still probably not an intelligent career move, right? I hope that whatever triggered Vesper to like go off on management, I hope he's got that under control because, you know, too many good VTubers have graduated for me to lose Vesper. You know what I'm saying? I really wish I could have been a fly on the wall, you know, while Vesper was arguing with management. I wonder what it was about, you know? Because I feel like that changes a lot. Like, were they just saying he couldn't collab with people? Were they restricting his game access? Like, what was the issue, right? There are people misusing the VTuber tag. Yeah, I remember. I deleted my video on that actually because I feel like it kind of ended up just being harassment towards Elizabeth TV. So I actually took that video down. But I do remember covering that when it happened. I don't know if Twitch hates VTubers or everyone else that's building are hypocrites. Bro, Twitch definitely hates VTubers. They're so hypocritical. They crack down on VTubers way more than IRL streamers. That's facts. When it comes to sexual content, they're all over the board. They're so inconsistent. And one of those users is just using it to show off her butt. Exactly. Why? Why is that allowed? How come Elizabeth TV can, you know, make an entire 3-hour stream bending over in yoga pants, but, you know, fucking Yanners can't wear a skin-tight outfit? What? It's dumb. Let's see. Oh, this one was good. Well, not good, but like this is how fucked up I am. I now refer to drama as like good and bad drama. So when Haruka joined VShojo, I remember a lot of people were pissed. Do you remember this? VShojo caught so much hell, and I feel like a lot of the hell they caught was perfectly warranted because they had open auditions for ages, and then they bring on 2 industry talents under a rebrand, and then don't bring in any of these indies who might have deserved to also get picked up. Like, how are you honestly just gonna bring on Haruka Karibu, right? There's so many good talents. You could have had a whole wave of like 5 people. You could have still had Haruka Karibu, but also brought in like 4 other struggling indies who could use the benefit of VShojo's platform to like make a name for themselves. It's so shitty to have open auditions and then ignore everyone but the, you know, the most successful established VTubers. That's bullshit. I hated that. That one made me angry. All right. That's it. What else? We're getting pretty recent. All right. Exolay. Let's see. I covered a lot in this video. I don't even remember half of it. Man, a lot happened. Oh yeah, I'll talk about this one. The rice drama. That one's just hilarious. You know, I wish all of the stuff that I covered on this channel was equally as stupid as just Kyo washing his rice with soap. That is such a fucking funny controversy. It got so much attention and so much traction. People were so pissed, it was hilarious. He literally washed his rice with soap and a sponge. Oh man, I wish this was my job. Just talking about the dumb shit that happens in the community. Everything in this community is cancellations and graduations and people getting offended and people get... Man, I wish this could be my job. Why can't this be my job? I just want to talk about dumb shit. Right? That's what I want to talk about, man. I want to have fun. My job is to be the bearer of bad news. Was the VShojo phishing scam ever got resolved? Yes. I'm not going to go into detail about that because that's a complicated story. But TLDR, after Nuxtaku exposed the scam, everyone was basically aware of it. VShojo did eventually put out a statement about it. And once people are aware that there is a scam, people are less likely to fall for it. So in that regards, it's more or less handled. But the fallout, a lot of people are still mad about the fact that VShojo threw Nux under the bus when he tried to call out about this scam. I feel really bad for people who joined, did not get accepted. I hope they find success elsewhere. Me too, man. Like, so many talented people likely applied and didn't get accepted, who probably deserve to be. Like, it doesn't even make sense why VShojo wouldn't try to bring on fresh talents, right? Like, you are a VTuber company. You make money when they make money. Supporting talents is only a positive. I mean, hell, look at Niji Sanji. Niji Sanji releases new VTubers like every couple of months. And they're making bank. I don't like to hate on VShojo, but that really was a bad move. Not hating on their newest member, but come on. Not giving a not well-known indie a chance? Exactly. That's bullshit, man. Just give some indies a chance. We deserve it. It's strange that VShojo withheld the awareness of the scam. I agree. They were afraid it was going to make them look bad, but like, what's more important, your image or people's safety? I promise you, it looks better on you if you own up to this shit and don't let people get scammed. I'm telling you. If honesty will always be the best policy. Even if you look like an idiot, it's better to look like an idiot than look like you're fucking evil. And that's kind of what happened. People were like, wow, VShojo's fucking evil because they didn't let us know about a scam? It's always better to look stupid than to look horrible. That's just a fact. Let's see. You know, this this isn't necessarily a You know what's interesting about stories like this, where like Yugo Asuma or some other VTuber has graduated? I would say most of the time when I hear news about people graduating, or more often than not, I have no idea who this person was before I met them, and I try to include a clip of them before they graduated to let people know who they were, who don't know who they are. Because I feel like both myself and a lot of my audience are hearing about these people for the first time because they graduated. And I feel like that speaks to just how big this community is. There's so many graduations that I didn't know who any of them were until it happened, with the exception of Kiryu Koko. It's kind of weird. Like, being a VTuber news guy, when I find out about a YouTuber because they graduated, I'm like, oh wow, that's so cool. That's so cool. I love them. Well, I can't watch any of their streams now because they're gone forever. You know what I mean? That sucks. That's the worst part about my job, is it introduces me to people that I will never be able to enjoy. Yeah. Alright, what else? I think we're getting up to the most recent things. Oh yeah, here's the Nadia thing. Somebody in chat mentioned the Nadia thing. Yeah, Nadia Amin. I did make a video about that situation. I just completely forgot about it. But no. She was banned for 14 days. So yeah, you were right. I was gonna talk about that. I just forgot. For doxing a viewer. Oh man, I've covered so much that I just don't remember half of it. Oh, you know what else? Aside from Nadia being banned or whatever, can we talk for a minute about how, like, everybody in HoloLive got sick? Like, there was just like a few weeks where like everybody was dead, right? Kiara, Ina, Gura, Ame, Iris, Frony, Bay, Kiara, Ina, Gura, Ame, Iris, and Crony, all sick. Like, the flu absolutely ravaged HoloLive for a good while, for a good few weeks. I feel bad. Yeah, I see. I'm reading what you're saying, Rank. You're 100% right, and I agree with you. But yeah, the flu came through like a plague and just wiped out Holo Myth and Holo Council for a good while. December madness, man. You hate to see it. I'm glad everybody is back, more or less, except for Gura. I think is still missing. Let's see. What else? We mentioned this before, but now that it's up on a video, what is everybody's opinion on the Nuxtaku and Rev Says Desu beef, right? Do y'all remember what I'm talking about? Speak up in chat if you remember, if you know what I'm talking about. The chat delay. See, this is why I tell you guys that you need to include context when you leave comments, because the chat delay is terrible. But no, the Nuxtaku Rev Says Desu controversy. What's interesting about this controversy, where Rev called out Nuxtaku and then Nux kind of blew it off. He didn't really respond point by point to all the accusations against him, and people were saying that they wish that Nux had made a dedicated video about it with like a more serious, well-researched defense and actually gone point by point against everything Rev had said. And like, I understand why people say that, but I feel like when it comes to this type of beef, what people are realizing is that if Nux did take Rev Says Desu's video seriously, if he did take all of those accusations seriously, all it's gonna do is start more beef, right? It's just gonna prolong and extend the fight. Because if he actually calls out Rev, then Rev's gonna have to respond, then Nux is gonna have to respond. It would legitimately tear the community apart, right? Also, let's not forget that Nux has a rabid fan base who will absolutely go to war with Rev. Like, he could seriously damage Rev's ability to make content if Nux sent, like, intentionally or unintentionally, sent a bunch of hate raiders over to Rev. He's a much bigger channel, right? So people were mad that he didn't make an official video, but I feel like blowing it off allows the controversy to just die. This is what makes Nuxtaku an expert in not getting canceled. By blowing it off and not taking it seriously, it takes all of the punch, it takes all of the ammunition out of the controversy. It doesn't matter if his response was terrible, because his response was to not take it seriously. That's so much more valuable to Nux than an actual response. He's trying to take all the wind out of these sails. I want to imagine that if a VTuber graduates and their content is left up, there's one guy out there that looks at the channel in a serious perspective like, graduated VTuber, time to binge. Well, the thing is, like, a lot of times when a VTuber graduates, all their content is gone. So you're 100% correct when it is left up, which it is not always. Nux has been through a lot already, so I can't blame him for not wanting to start beef. Exactly. Like, Nux has just gotten hot off the heels of a V-Shoujo controversy. You really thinks he wants to immediately jump back into another controversy and start verbally boxing with Rev over some bullshit? I don't care how valid or invalid the accusations were. Nux just doesn't want to fucking deal with it. This man is tired. He's exhausted, right? I don't think it makes sense for people to criticize Nux for having a jokey, sarcastic response. He just wants it to go away. All right, what's that? All right, I think we're reaching towards the end of my successful videos that people actually care about. All right, I think the last major update is from like 2 weeks ago. So, Neurosama. So this video actually has an update. I don't know if I even covered the update. I did. So, sound off in chat if you know about Neurosama. Once I start getting some comments, I'll talk about it. Actually, the reason Nux didn't make a full video, he said this on a live stream, because he feels that YouTube is monitoring his channel, and he felt like YouTube might terminate Rev's channel. Oh shit. That's scary. If Nux actually has the power to terminate a channel for harassment, that's fucking scary. Nux has a lot of influence. I didn't realize he had that much influence. That's terrifying. That's genuinely... I don't think you guys realize how scary that is, right? Imagine not being able to defend yourself because if you do, it's going to cost someone their career. Bruh. I don't know if that's true or not. I have absolutely no idea if that's a valid fear. But if it is, holy shit, could you imagine? Could you imagine that having that amount of sway over a community? Bro, no one should have that power. I hope that's not true. I hope his fears are unwarranted. I did not care about the Rev and Nux drama. I think it was stupid. It was, honestly. The guy also dogpiled several times. He did. That's the true AI VTuber, right? Yes. So, Neurosama. So, if we are to believe Vidal, the person who coded this, he's got an AI that interacts with chat, an AI that controls the model, and then another AI that plays a game. So it started with just Osu, and then apparently he coded a separate AI to play different games. And it is wild. It's honestly kind of cool. And I feel like a lot of people were panicking without necessarily needing to panic. Because people were talking like, oh my god, this is going to replace all VTubers. Like, no, it's not. There's no way an AI can authentically represent a personality the same way a real person can. I mean, that's directly the core of what a human being is their ability to socialize. Random off-the-wall responses from a robot just cannot replace that, in my opinion. But they did eventually get banned because, and here's the thing, here's why this probably isn't going to take off. Chat was like making like comments about the Holocaust, and then the AI bot denied the existence of the Holocaust and then got Vidal banned on Twitch. Like, that's why this is never going to take off. It's an AI, it doesn't understand what it's saying, and it's going to say some stupid shit, right? Like, people are so scared that all VTubers are going to be replaced, but no, there's no way. There's no way that's going to take off. There are too many ways to exploit a chatbot. A chatbot isn't intelligent. I do hope that Vidal manages to get unbanned and make improvements to his AI, because I feel like he's putting in a lot of work into this project, and I wish nothing but success for him. I think he's doing something cool and unique, and I also really hope that people don't just copy-paste his formula and do the same thing. Like, it was his idea, it's his baby, let him have his fun, right?
It's all about humanity.
I know I heard about it from you, Beelzebub. Yeah, thank you. That's why Nux made the video that way, and it put it up on a second channel. Like, yeah, for sure. Okay, well, I think that's it for the major stuff. A lot of my newer videos haven't been getting a lot of the same traction, which is funny. I thought the making videos about the OpenGL and Neurosama was going to really pop off, but you can't win them all. You cannot win them all. It's always interesting what takes off and what doesn't. You know what I mean? I talk about Neurosama in one video, 1,400 views. Talk about them again in another video, 600 views. You never know. But yeah, that's kind of like a year in review. That's all the major stuff that people cared about that I talked about. Let's see. It wasn't even that bad of a comment either, if I remember right. I'm not sure. I didn't see the original stream, and I don't think anybody has posted a clip of it, at least not one that I've seen. So I have no idea what they said. The rumor is that they denied the Holocaust, which, if true, is pretty poor taste. Don't cancel me because I called something poor taste again. By God. Every time I've called something poor taste, I get a shit ton of hate. It's poor taste to deny the Holocaust. I apologize if that's an offensive, overly sensitive take. But no, regardless of how good or bad we might think it is, it's probably not something a chat AI should even talk about. A AI just doesn't have the nuance to broach a subject like that. It's just gonna say something stupid and get banned. But I'm almost positive that, like, you know how chat is, right? Like, Twitch chat, they want content, they want controversy, they want interesting things to happen. So they probably goaded the AI into talking about it. Susan, get him! No, don't get me! No, leave me alone! Fuck you, Susan! Alright, well, that is kind of everything that I wanted to talk about. I may hang out for a few more minutes and talk to chat for a bit and make sure I'm getting everybody's comments read, because I know there's a delay. But then I think once I get a few more comments in, I think I might call it good. I mean, this is a good 3 hours. I'm starting to, like, really fall in love with streaming again. Because when I first started streaming, I was streaming to, like, nobody. I was streaming to, like, one viewer who was, like, a friend. It's kind of cool to stream to people who are, like, people I don't know. Off topic, but I just got a massive W on my Twitter account. One of the favorite indies actually followed me back. Yo, that's cool. Congrats, my guy. Who is it? I think Fox News would be happy that an AI denied the Holocaust. We are definitely not gonna get into that, but yeah. We're not getting into the politics of Fox News. This is not the place for that, but I could say so many things. I could say so many things that I won't say. But I could, but I won't. Alright. 3 hours for 3K. Hey! Yes! You familiar with Vexorius Solon? Actually followed me back. Yo! That's so cool! That is dope. Who follows me? Wait. Let me pull up my thing. Who follows me? I think there's a couple of like semi-famous people who follow me on Twitter. Let me pull it up. Let me I know this is pure vanity. Is there any way to filter who follows me? Like who are some big names who follow me? I think most of these people are just random people. I think Hani might be pretty big. Oh shit, yeah. Apparently Hani follows me. I think I did a video about her and that's why she followed me. Is this a big account? I don't remember. Nope. Who else? Who's famous and follows me? Who the hell is Greg? Hi, Greg. It's always weird when I see people follow me with like normal ass names and profile pics, because like all of these people have like anime profile pics and like names like Goat Hun or Kazu Lord or Goose Magic Flute. That when I see Greg, it's like, wait, Greg, are you lost? Are you lost? That's how I genuinely feel when they have real names. Like, are you new? Are you lost? How are you following me? I think Kite might have a decent following. 1,000. I think there is a couple of people who are pretty big. Who are big people that follow me? I am absolutely... This is all vanity. Oh yeah! Mary! Check it out. Mary Dog follows me. Isn't that wild? I have no idea why he follows me. Like, I've made videos about him that were... He's never commented on my Twitter. I think he just follows me out of, like, politeness because I made a video about him that was really, really nice about him. But isn't that cool? Mary! Blah, 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 blah. Who else? I think that's probably the only other major one, but fuck it. May as well, vanity search my followers. This is absolute, ego. This is all ego searching right here. Oh yeah, it should surprise nobody that Kyo follows me. I mean, we're both news tubers. Even though he's technically bigger than me, we're both doing the exact same thing. So that shouldn't surprise anybody. It's still cool that he does, but... And I think that might be it. I'm almost positive, because now we're getting really long to go. Oh man, a lot of these people I've never spoken to. A lot of these people they'll follow me and then never interact with me, and it's like, I don't always understand why people follow me and then never interact with me. Like, you don't like my comments, you don't reply, you don't retweet. Like, why are you here? Are you just following me because you hope I'd follow you back? Come on. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the end. Yeah. We're starting to get really old. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, it's kind of cool when you're when you get famous people who follow you on Twitter. They don't interact with me, but it's still cool. Shit, he's flexing on us. Honestly, it kind of just comes with the territory. Like, these people aren't following me because they genuinely like my content. They're following me because I made a video about them. Also, I will say I haven't brought up before a while back. Out of the absolute blue you recall TV was... Oh, yeah. TV was taken. Yeah, TV was taken. It's weird. I'm gonna choose to not comment on that. I have things that I could say, but I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of talking about TV was taken. But that is weird. Have you ever had someone you don't particularly like follow or like your post? Yes, Taiga. I don't want to talk shit about Taiga, because I feel like that's just gonna get clipped out of context. And then people are gonna be like, Beelzebub beefing with Taiga. Beelzebub hates Taiga. Like, no. I don't like Taiga and I don't like his content, but I did make a video about him. And then he found out I made a video about him, and he liked some of my tweets. He commented. He followed me on what I'm pretty sure is his alt account. But I don't really want to interact with him because I am not 100% sure that he is innocent of all charges, and I also just don't like his content style. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, look at the type of stuff this guy makes, right? Taiga. Like, look at the top of the type of stuff that he makes. Like, I'm allowed to drink my sister's pee. Piss. No more pee pants. Fem Tiger pee stream. Like, farting. Like, Look, I get that some people like this type of content. Femboy braps, right? I get that some people are into that. But I'm not. I think it's weird and gross. And I don't want to associate myself who's made a brand out of farting and pee. You know what I mean? Like, even if they were like the nicest person in the world, the fact that that's the content they make makes me not want to associate with them in any way. I don't like that type of stuff. It's just gross. And I'm not saying he's a bad person either. I'm just saying I don't like their content. I'm a little shy on Twitter, but I still go there to watch videos and like tweets. That's fine. They're intimidated by you, possibly. Just kidding, Beals. Sorry for getting you clipped. I don't know what you mean. No, you can clip my streams. I just don't want anything I say clipped out of context and used against me. Like, I genuinely don't mind if people, like, clip or whatever, or make fan art or whatever. The only time I have an issue is if I'm being taken out of context to make it seem like I'm saying something I didn't, or if you're, like, trying to start beef, or if you're, like, using my likeness, like AI generating my voice or deep faking my avatar, then I'd have a problem. But everything else is fine. You don't have to apologize for clips. I mean, I'm sorry if I started shit. I don't know. I don't recognize your name associated with anything that was negative, so I don't know. I think Kyo said something that the allegations are false. Yeah, it does seem to lean towards false allegations. That seems to be the general consensus, is that the allegations against Taiga are false. But he just makes me uncomfortable. That's all. But yeah. I don't want to end the video on a depressing note about how people in the community make me uncomfortable. That's not a fun way to end the stream. Let me grab something. You know, I want to talk about something I love. We spend all this time talking about in the VTuber news community, we talk so much about drama and hate and, you know, things going wrong in the community. Let's talk about something positive to end the stream on. VTuber animations. Alright. I wonder if I can find... I wonder if I can just find it without looking up specific keywords. Nope. Okay. There is a animation channel that I wanted to highlight that I cannot for the life of me remember. Is it Swoosh? I think it might be Swoosh. Yeah. I don't know if I've reacted to these clips before or not, but I want to end the video talking about something I love, and one thing that I love is Swoosh's animations. He hasn't made a ton of them, but every single animation Swoosh DL has made has been top tier. They are fantastic. I don't want to play their clips in full, but bro, look at the quality that we're dealing with, right? I'm almost positive I've mentioned this before, but the fact that people in this community will make whole-ass animations about VTubers is something you don't see in any other industry. Nobody's making... Look at that, this is so cute. People don't do this for other content creators, you know what I mean? Mr. Bim, why are all of your messages getting retracted? I don't have a moderator. So either you're deleting your messages or the auto mod is deleting your messages. I think I'm making it worse trying to explain, so I'll shut up. You know, sometimes that's ideal. God, Lord knows I need to shut up sometimes. Talking too much gets me in so much trouble, honestly. But there are... I've actually started to get into the habit of ending my videos with like little clips that people make, because I feel like there's a lot of like clips that just don't get enough attention. Like, let's see. Did you... Yeah, okay, here's one. Like, check this shit out, right? Oh. Wait, that song is copyrighted. Shit, I just got my stream demonetized. God damn it. I just got my stream demonetized. I forgot it was copyrighted music. No. God damn it, I'm an idiot. Oh, stop! There we go. Jesus. Like, look at that. I'm not the type of person who like gives a shit about stripping or whatever, but just like the quality of the animation, right? The fact that people will invest their time and energy to make something like this is so fucking cool. And there's so many of these things just all over the internet. So I'm trying to make an active effort to show more stuff like that, because this community is so fucking cool, right? There's so much to love. So, yeah. So yeah, if you want to kill an afternoon, just look up different VTuber animations. There's so many talented people. Oh, I can think of one. Kobo birthday animation. Yeah! I don't want to play the whole animation because like I want you guys to go watch this. But just look at this gremlin energy.
Hello. Sit down. I don't have to pee on this. Hello. Halo. Kok nggak dijawab sih?
Woi, sombong banget nih, mentang-mentang ultah, woi.
Birthday
Jawab
girl
lah.
sombong.
Sombong, arogan.
Sombong.
Woi.
Look, even though the animation style in this video is like super cartoony and goofy, it's so fluid and expressive that I just love it. It makes my day. If you have not seen this animation or this animator, honestly, I could not recommend it more. Kobo and Zeta being a chaotic duo in Kayla's birthday stream. Like, it's well worth a watch. They're so fucking funny. All right, let me check on chat, and then I think I'll probably cut it out. No, the monetization flew away now. I know. No bills. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys coming out and hanging out with me for my 3K celebration stream. It's a new year. It's who knows what's gonna happen next, right? God knows what the next controversy is gonna be. I wish nothing but the best for this community and all the artists and musicians and talents and streamers, and so much going on that just doesn't happen anywhere else. So let me try. Hey, Susan, please don't demonetize this stream. Yes, please, Susan, don't take away my monetization. It was like 5 seconds of a song. Please, I beg of you. All right, that's all I got for you. Bye, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I had a lot of fun. I'll try and do this more often. I might do gaming stuff in the future. I don't know. No promises.